Slipped him a tenner for the shout out.
Probably going to say it in chat. Hello! Right, they should be able to hear me now. And they can hear you guys. Hello, people of the internet.
Hello, interwebs.
Interwebs! Holy smokes. We are playing Carbon 2185 tonight. It's been 2 months, give or take. Ridiculous. But we're now back and should hopefully be able to maintain schedule. Now I've eaten enough pie. So, welcome to Heavyweight Gaming. We are a RPG channel. We do the odd bit of gaming outside the old tabletop, but we predominantly play Carbon 2185, D&D 5th Ed. Pathfinder's on hiatus at the minute, but is soon to be coming back. So yes, we've got a YouTube channel. You can go check out the YouTube channel. There's hundreds of hours of our previous adventures and stories and attempts at rolling dice. So if you want to catch up on all that, go check it out. The VOD itself on Twitch will hold the videos and stuff for 60 days. Anything beyond that you won't be able to see, but just go check out YouTube. We're all over social media, so like Twitter and Facebook. Instagram hardly gets used, but again, going forward, there's some big stuff happening. I say happening. There's a lot more stuff happening on the heavyweight side of things this year. As lockdown starts to ease itself, hopefully we'll be able to do some in-person things. But yes, there's lots and lots of plans for the heavyweight stuff, and I'll be dragging my many nerds into it with me. So look out for that. We are officially sponsored by Dragon Turtle Games for this for our Thursday show, which is who are the people who created Carbon 2185. So much so that if you go to their web store and you buy things and you use the code WAITE, W-A-I-T-E, you'll get 10% off. So go check them out, and boom, you'll get lots of cool stuff for 10% off. If you are into Cyberpunk and you're into 5e, you're laughing. If you're just into Cyberpunk and just need an ease into a rule system, you're laughing. Once you're in, do as you wish, but have fun cyberpunking. We are sponsored by pretty much across the channel by Loke Battle Maps, who are incredible designers of exactly that. They create battle maps in book form, basically flip book. You bang out A3, A4, A5, you bang them on the table, boom, you've got loads of like Tundra and Forestry. They've done a Towns and Taverns, and they've done a Wilderness one, which all leads towards a more fantasy side element. But if you go onto Drive Through RPG and just put in Loki Battle Mats with a T, they do sci-fi and cyberpunk maps as well, so you can go check them out. And if you can check them out on a Monday when they stream the artwork they're doing for their up-and-coming maps. Not an official sponsor, but one I'm really looking forward to using in our Cyberpunk games is somebody called Frag Maps, as in frag grenades, Frag Maps. You can find them on Facebook and you can find them on Twitter. I'm a patron of theirs, and the maps that they create have a like almost flat 3D effect, and they're beautiful, and I really am keen to start throwing them into our little... and you can use them on Roll20, so I'll be using them on Roll20 to smash this lot together. When you see us using Roll20, the chibi tokens we use are by an artist called Coyote Grey, that if you go to Roll20 into the marketplace and type in Coyote Grey, you'll find him. He does lots of chibi token packs and has recently just released, I say recently, it's a couple of months ago now, their first Cyberpunk one, which I immediately bought and we use for our Roll20. The artwork you see on the overlay right now of the little headshots is done by Becky Appleyard Art, who I always forget to mention at the start of these. But yeah, you go check her out on Facebook, Becky Appleyard Art, which I'm sure one of our beautiful mods will find a link for. Go check her out, she's really cool. I've had loads of artwork off her in the past for all sorts of geeky and other stuff. Go check her out, really cool. We use Sunscape for all our background music. It's really cool. It's done off one mixer, as the same mixer as the players, so if it's a bit loud or a bit quiet, you're going to have to let me know in chat and I'll try and adjust. I'm obviously going on what I can hear and make sure the players can hear me. But it's really cool ambience if you are playing at home with friends or online. If you use our online player app, which we've started using for some of our D&D sessions with different parties, it works super smooth, and it means that the players can also hear the ambient music that you're trying to do, which we'll try and bring into our Carbon games as well. If you are generous, feeling generous enough to throw 200 bits at the episode, the players will get a free reroll. They have to use it this session, they can't carry them over, they can only ever have 5 at one time. Thank you very much, Dwarf Warrior Carbon Time, yeah. They can't use them on death saving throws, and they can't use them on many of my rolls, but other than that, they're good to go. So thank you very much for that. What have I missed? I think that's everything. So what I'm going to do is play a little bit of tunage while I start the mood. Where have you gone?
Oh, was that an invitation to sing, Eddie?
You want to start
Please don't, Nathan.
singing?
Please don't.
Jesus.
So Mariah Carey and work up.
Hopefully the chat can hear a bit of music. I've turned it down a bit so it's a bit loud. And I'll do a quick recap of the story so far. So, for those of you that have followed this anyway, you'll know a lot of this information. Those of you that are new or watching it on YouTube or Twitch, is a bit of a thingy. This lot, we have James, who is playing 413X, a 40-year-old military synth with strong skills in infiltration and extraction. Q sniper rifle, SMG, flare gun, beautiful personality. We got Rob, who you can see in the top right-hand corner, playing ex-marine, ex-prize fighting Larry, aka the big bastard Badlander, who basically punches everything to death, but now he's got a grenade launcher. We got Dave, who's just under Rob, who is playing F1L1P, awkward shit, who is a combat hacking synth from the mega corporation, the Crown Estate. It's worth knowing that he's not that kind of hacker. We got beautiful buns Lauren. I probably have to cut that bit out. We got Lauren playing Yeon.
Yeon.
Fucking bastard. Who is a smuggler who has been working the city domes on Mars, who has not long joined the party and is basically helping them get what they've come for and to leave. And last but not least, we got Jean, the charismatic combat medic and one of the world's...
Charismatic.
Well, his stats say so. And he's one of the world's best pilots, so much so that they released Top Gun 2 this year.
I think the rumours are it's based on his life story.
Yeah. Tom
It's going to be a
Cruise
documentary.
asked if he could play Jean. So,
Bane versus Hanger.
originally, this lot were working for the Sons of Chaos. A bit so. And since then,
I've missed you guys. Sorry, I've missed you guys.
Missed you too.
We missed you too,
abused
Nathan.
in months. It's weird.
It won't seem like I've missed you once we're playing, because even though Yeon and Jean were okay, it's still tenuous. It's still.
So
we're not quite sure yet.
Oh, look, my self-esteem got good. Let's go play Carbon and fix that.
Since coming together, you've been in the middle of gang warfare, arms deals, stolen triad pistols, the sweet shop mercenaries, an aerial battle, a hidden radiated town, space freighters, hacking mishaps, quite a lot of PvP, space STDs, Wi-Fi keys, and now we find you in the facility on Olympus Mons, which does
You want to bring knives to a fist fight?
I think I have made a note about the knives. The party on Olympus Mons, Mars' largest mountain. You've also experienced the joys of jelly bean coffee. Within the facility that you are currently in, it became quickly apparent that it was not in working order. Din, din, din. You lot are on a mission from the Crown Estate to retrieve something known as Project Gemstone, or codename Gemstone, Operation Gemstone. Deem it as you wish. On the side, accidentally, on purposely, totally all knew about it, Operation Kane, or Project Kane, was something that Jean had been asked to look into by a old friend of his. Turns out his son, Mason, had been taken to the facility. In the facility, you have discovered it seems to be abandoned and unused. Very large humanoid-looking folks, very similar to your old friend Chase, that were hooked up to machines that seemed to be draining them of what Jean discovered was their actual nanites. There was also some information on a prototype drug called Euphoria that Jean later injected himself with because thought it'd be a brilliant idea from a medicinal profession mid-fight to put, drugs into his face. Turned out it went really well for him.
How are them cartoons, by the way, Eddie?
How are them what?
Cartoons.
You hear the TV quite loud.
Yeah. Sam, can you turn the TV down, dude? Can you turn the fact that you said what, mate? I know, just turn it down a little. Turn it down to 6, dude. Turn it down to 6. Jesus.
Brilliant.
Your TV's loud, but I can't hear you, Dad. I can't.
Please.
Point. Right. Is that better? Is that better, guys?
Yeah, that's better.
Yeah,
Right, cool. Thank you, Ginge. Thank you. So, going beneath the facility, after what you believe to be the young Mason, aka Project Kane, who, according to the files you have found, seems to have an unnatural ability to manipulate nanites. So much so that a lot of the paperwork that you found and the data that you found talked about it being of a supernatural and mechanical sort of mix. Going down beneath this floor that you are currently on, you came to a generator not working, and then into a honeycomb type catacombs sort of look to deep within the mountain, which is a mile. You travelled a mile deep into the mountain itself, and you came across this honeycomb of tunnels. It led to where Mason slash Ken was in the middle, and there were what you military folk know to be these.
It's gravy time.
Thank you very much, Kibabro 3. Oh, Kibo. Yeah, if I've got that wrong, my apologies. Thank you for the follow. Where these nano machines were flying about in the air, and you could hear biscuits being opened in the background. That's right, the biscuits will let you. And they seem to be defending Mason at the middle. Jean approached with open arms, peaceful. Nothing can possibly go wrong if I do this weaponless. Turns out initiative was rolled. A rather chunky fight ensued. Two dressed similar to Philip agents, entities, cyber zombies, if you want to call them that, tipped up, and the battle was pretty tasty. They were very hard to hurt, but once their outer shell had been destroyed, they were very soft and squishy and died quickly.
Armadillo!
Armadillo! Dimebur! The Dimebur zombies. They're definitely going
Mason melted my EMP as well.
There is a good chance that Mason does indeed have an ability to manipulate most things around him that are nanite related.
Yeah,
As the fight went on, Mason became unconscious, and Jean picked him up. In doing so, the nanites that were protecting Mason entombed or encased both Mason and the majority of Jean's forearms, elbows, upper bicep. He is now holding Mason and essentially latched. There was a quick discussion and a sharing of what the fuck. Jean, care to explain why there's a child here and how you knew about him? Quickly diffused by Philip saying we'll talk about it later. You three go upstairs and find out what's going on. Philip and Larry, you wanted to look about downstairs, and you gave a 2-hour window to your three acquaintances that if you hadn't returned, they were to basically do what they wanted. And you three went upstairs. Philip and Larry, you remained. Having a look around, and with some fantastic rolling from Philip, which is the first time since he's joined the party that he managed to roll over a 4, then he managed to find the network of organic fibre cabling that ran through this honeycomb. It's also worth pointing out that throughout the honeycombs, the party have found amber stones, large amber gemstones, that are in an oval shape that when they've approached them and inspected them, they can see an almost liquid serpent of nanites swishing around within the amber gemstones. When they were held, touched, interacted with, depending on the party member, they became one with the Emberstone for a very brief moment and experienced the memory that appeared to be trapped within the Emberstone and the nanites themselves. The party have come to, or a couple of the party have come to a conclusion that all of these amber gemstones hold the memories of however many people there is throughout this entire network. Larry and Philip, with a crowbar and a Cat5, managed to find quite a thick cable, somewhat part of the tree-like system that was going on, trunk leading down into the further down into the mountain. Philip decided to wire into it. In doing so, we truly discovered not only was he not that sort of hacker, he wasn't a hacker. And failing his link to said cabling, he was taken to a place unbeknown to him and unbeknown to Larry, as Larry's
There's
attempt...
a lot of things unbeknownst to Larry.
yeah. As Larry is left holding a Cat5 cable that was originally tied around his acquaintance Philip, is now slack.
Electrostatic
And
trip.
there is no sign of Philip. Philip, you were taken to a place that you can only know from your surroundings and your wonderful backdrop. You are
Just read it.
You are beneath the ocean, it would seem, or an ocean. For miles and miles around you, there is just blue sea. Above you, you can see the flickering light on the surface of the water, and it is clearly a very large body of water. The last thing that you were to see before we ended the session was piercing sapphire-coloured eyes, or orb-like eyes, ahead of you. And that is where we ended the session. Now, what we're going to come in on with straight away is Larry. I really want to know what you're going to do.
I have no. Larry has no clue.
So your friends are an hour ahead of you.
An hour.
Yes, 1 hour they were ahead of you. When by the time they made their way up, and by
What's
the
my
time
constitution?
We got
How far-
gold.
I don't know. I'm pretty out of all of us. I think I can run the fastest for longest. All right, Philip. Is there any response? Is there any
you are
trace?
shocked to your core that there is no response. But however, have an investigation roll.
You don't ask, you don't find out, do you?
Oh, yeah.
Fortune does in fact favour the board. That's a nat 1.
Not strong. Starting this off
2
strong.
fucking months and we start with a nat 1.
There's a re-roll.
I don't think a nat 20 would serve you much better, to be honest. Oh, let's chalk that up to a roll, karma. We're good.
So as you're in disbelief, and you look at the Cat5 cable in your hand, and you can't help but just trace it, and you follow it towards where Philip was in some vain hope that he's just hopped at lightning speed behind a rock, and you didn't see him do it. So you go closer, you look, you see his hacking equipment on the floor, sat there in the red dust of the mountain cave. You look around some of the chunkier rocks and stuff, just in case you did blink for too long. Some might call it a nap, but you would call it a long blink. There is no sign of Philip. However, on your natural 1, you do see movement off to the far right.
Oh, I hate you.
So you're nat 1, mate. Do with that information as you wish.
I will quickly grab his hacking kit and chuck it in my bag. I will turn and have a look and see what caused the movement and go and investigate the movement.
Okay. Go over there and you give me a perception check.
I would probably just walk, I'd walk towards it because Larry. Ranged is not my forte. Yeah, that's a bit better. Perception. I don't even know what my pluses are anymore. Oh, that's +3. 16.
Okay. You get within about 30 feet of where you saw the movement, and you look close and you can see a constant movement now, and there is a rag of material just caught on a sharper bit of the rock leading further off into the catacombs. The cloth itself is from here it looks of a reddish colour.
What colour was Philip wearing when he vanished?
He's all black, mate. He's matte black. His entire kit's
Okay.
matte black. He looks like what's his face out of G.I. Joe? I've forgotten his name.
I know you mean.
Ninja.
The
Yeah.
yeah.
Snake or something?
Snake eyes.
Snake.
Yeah.
Snake.
Sorry, can't see anything. There's this random bit of fabric. There's nothing around. Fuck. I will take off running at the fastest pace I think I could maintain for an hour.
Which way?
Back up top after the party.
All right, cool. Down the
He's
tunnel.
fucked off.
No, he's
After the fabric.
yeah, that's what I thought he was going to say. I'm going to run towards the fabric. I was like,
Trying to catch it.
I want to go I want to push as fast as I dare, as fast as I can without killing myself, basically, to just close the gap. Larry will know what his own physical limitation is.
yeah, you are years of Marine, prize fighter, local.
Yeah, I know.
folk. I
I've done some road work.
Yeah, you're quite surprised of how fit you still are, to be fair.
That old middle-age belly kicking in a little bit.
Yeah. Hey, That belly is precious. So.
Oh, yeah, I'll grab his hacking kit, chuck it in the old backpack, and just chuck the kit on the back and just hoof it.
Okay. So you start setting your way. I know you said night to them, but I didn't think you said night to me.
Night-night.
Your own father.
Night-night.
Night.
Night-night.
They're all shouting nanites because they think it's cyber funny. Go bed.
And that was
No, boys. So you're pretty confident, mate, that you can.
It's a good name for a gang.
Yeah, you can. It's not that you can catch up to your lot a lot quicker than they would have made their way.
Yeah, I want to basically get to them before they get to the car. The plan.
They're walking and carrying Mason, and you're pretty much
I'm
you're
an hour
running.
behind,
You're
so-
running, not sprinting. Within, I'd say, I reckon because they'll be not moving at speed because Jean did not max his strength out. Then I reckon you catch him in half an hour, mate. At a good run, like constant running, you'll catch him in half an hour easy. Going up the stairs.
Where are they when I swear, like
mid monologue, lad? Mid monologue, right? Where you catch them, they're still in the facility. As you guys, if you remember when you first came in, and the doors, the double doors that led into the facility were big enough for a large rocket jet, any vehicle to come out of that long tunnel that you came in. You are currently on that, heading to the outer doors, unless you tell me that you wish to do something before you left.
I wanted to. Isn't there a hangar along there?
The hangar is outside.
Okay, cool.
So
when
you first got to the facility was on your left into the mountain, and on your right there was a very small airfield with a small hangar building and a few jets. It wasn't massive, but it was off to the right. So the hangar.
Yeah, I want to go to hangar. Yeah.
Cool. As you are walking in, you can hear your footsteps echoing very, very slightly. Ewan and 413X, I'm assuming, are stealthing. You hear quite heavy feet behind you. Having a quick look, Larry starts coming out the shadows. It's been about... He's caught up. You're about 15 minutes away from the hangar.
Where's Philip?
He went missing. He plugged into the cable. We found it went on for ages, and the cable's got bigger.
Okay, stop. Take a big breath. Take a deep breath. Catch your breath.
Gravy time.
And start at the beginning.
Thank you for the follow.
We went down in the caves, and the cables you guys were poking into when we first got there, and
the amber thingies.
Yeah, the things you guys kept having the visions on. It went deep, and we were digging it out. We found this great big one, and Philip decided to plug into it and to see. We thought there might be spirits or people's memories trapped, or a way to figure out what the hell it was, and he just vanished.
What do you mean vanished?
Vanished. I don't know. Like his hacking kit was on the floor. 1 minute I tied the rope cable around him to pull him out if anything goes wrong, and he just vanished. I fell back and he wasn't tied to it anymore. He'd gone.
I rolled sense motive just to see what's going on.
So Larry.
Mother flippers,
Very
lying.
knife in his hand.
Roll
16.
16. From his body language, his speech pattern, he's truly 100% in belief of his own of his own words. You see no reason for him to be making it up.
Okay, right. Do we think those cables went up into any of the computers in the main area?
They seem to go. I don't know. I didn't really get it, but from what it sounded like, they went for miles. They like a big tree. Like we kind of found the leaves, and it all just went into the mountain.
So more like roots. So I was just thinking, do they all collect together and maybe come up to the facility because there is a console and they?
That's what we were trying to work out. It seemed like things were going away.
When you say disappeared, what, were you watching him?
Like, yeah, I literally, we tied this round him, and we said, if anything happens or he gets shocked or something happens, I can pull him away, you know, pull him to safety. And yeah, I had the cable pulled. 1 minute it's tight, the next minute I'm on my arse picking myself up, and he's gone. He's not attached to it anymore. Literally,
Just like
vanished.
blipped. Just blipped.
Yeah,
Like gone.
like
Right.
the cables were. Like, he said something like the cables were moving away, like they're going into the mountain, and we were trying to.
So away from
Did
like
you-
where we are now. So like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Did
I
you not
think
see any
so.
like strange shimmering light effects that surrounded him like a cylinder for a short period of time?
I don't believe so. It's a long run. No, 1 minute he was there, and then, like I say, the cable just flew back, and by the time I got back to my feet, all that was left was his computery thing.
Did you bring the computery thing?
Yeah, I've got his hacking bits.
Okay,
and
cool.
pieces. We dug out a bit of the ground and found that these cables are running all the way down. They were getting bigger, and we found, I don't know what the computer term is, but like a bit that you could plug into. It was like, I don't know, like a main
Port.
road, if you like, where like everything was connecting to and going off somewhere else. And you plugged in. We were gonna see what you could come up with. Tied him off just in case, and yeah, like I don't know where he went, what to do. I called out for him and went looking for him, but no sign of him anywhere.
So we didn't actually go through all the paperwork in that kind of servery paperworky room. Do you guys want to go see if we could find out any information about these cables, see if we can find Larry, or do you just want to get out?
We can't just leave him. He must be here somewhere.
Oh, Larry's
people,
here, I mean.
people don't just vanish.
John will look down at Mason in his hands, look over at the hangar, look back at the facility, and repeat that process a couple of times.
Well, considering you failed to tell us anything about this thing here, I'm not in the best mood with you right now.
Can we see the hangar from where we are?
Yeah, it's
Is
out,
there any-
it's out the facility, and you've got the car park area where you rigged the truck and stuff, and then across the way you see the hangar with the fuel jets. I mean, from where you are, it's like I said, it's about 15-20 minute walk, but you can see it obviously because there's nothing blocking your eye
Do we
line.
see signs of vehicles that look functional within the hangar?
You can see several jets and what looks like a helicopter without propellers. Whether they're functional or not, you are 15-20 minutes away.
What you planning? Just you can't leave him, surely. Like he came down here, trusted us to work together, and you're just gonna jump into a car and disappear?
It's Crown Estate, fuck him.
I'm happy to go check out the information, but I'm a
came here
bit
to-
dubious about Jean at the minute because I thought we were coming here to do that
And now-
Project Gemstone thing, and now there's a child in his arms.
Yeah, like an hour ago we came here to kick in doors and deal with this facility, doing God knows what, and suddenly you've got a kid who's frying
Who he seems
nanites
to
and-
know. Like, you seem to know who this child is.
Look, it's been a rough few minutes, all right? What the hell's going on?
Yes. This is the son of a friend of mine. As you can see, I can't put him down right now.
Did you know he was here? Did you know it was him before we got here?
I knew he might be here. His father asked me to look into it if I had
You
the
didn't think to
opportunity.
mention it?
How long have you
I
been-
wasn't sure if the boy had something to do with the other reason we were here. It looks like they are totally separate things.
Even
I
so,
was-
you thought he was here, the place we're going to investigate. You didn't think to mention it.
We're
I was
risking our,
concerned what you might do if the boy ended up being linked to Project Gemstone.
we're risking our lives here, looking out for each other. We're going into God only knows what, thinking we have all the information, and you're keeping things from us.
I didn't think he'd be there. I wasn't expecting to find the boy.
Well, how long have you been talking to his father in secret?
You
His
said
father
that you
contact-
thought that the father said that he thought he might be here, so you thought it
Well, the
could
father
be a
thought he
possibility.
was here. I thought it was a possibility that it was somewhere related to Project Gemstone. Yeah. I wasn't necessarily expecting to find the boy.
We signed on to work together for the contract for the Crown, not to do your personal errands or your own personal vendettas or whatever the hell this is. If you've
Like,
got
I
your
get
own,
Right.
not telling me,
That's why
but
I
like at
came.
least your crew, the
If
rest
you've
of them.
if you've got your own interests here and we're just putting ourselves at risk for your benefit, we need to know.
That wasn't why we came here. We came here to do the job for Crown, which is
Look,
why
I'm-
I came here as well. This.
But we're not right
happened
now because
on
we
the
still
way.
haven't found the information
It's a
that's
hell
still
of a
in there.
coincidence, isn't
So
it?
we have to go and find Philip.
Can I insight
I'm merely
check?
pointing out that right now I am carrying.
You
I
can
want a
sense
child.
motive. You can sense
I
motive.
want,
Carry
I
on.
want a sense motive to see if he's lying about the like that they're separate.
Sense
that they're
motive. Sense motive.
Ooh, that's not bad actually. Oh Jesus, what's my oh +1. 17.
So, from listening to Jean here and when you had the conversation with him down in the caves, it does appear that Jean did not link Project Kane or Mason together, or the gemstone, and he was protecting the child just in case.
So what, now you've found mate's son, but he's going to leave one behind and disappear?
No, I'm standing here trying to figure out how I can help both. And while the boy is still attached to me in this way, I'm not much use to you down there.
What's your take on it? 413X. 413X.
This unit does not wish to leave one behind. However, the story of the disappearance of P1L1P is rather confusing to this unit. It has
Tell
never
me-
heard of such a thing.
Tell me
I'm
about
going
it.
to start walking back into the facility. I'm just going to start walking back in.
Okay. You see Ian walking back in. Ian.
I take a
Yeah.
look.
Yeah. You see Pat.
I take
Yeah.
I'd take another look at Jean, then take off after Ian.
Anyone for Jean?
I look at 413X. I don't want to leave him behind either. I need to find somewhere to secure the boy.
X looks blankly at you and waits.
Insert dollar to continue.
Furry.
So, while you lot are contemplating things.
Split the party 3 ways.
I loved it.
It worked the first time.
Go big or go home.
We're going strong. We're going hard for
Welcome
this
back,
session back.
bitches.
So, we'll go over to you, Philip.
Drowny McDrowneyson.
In front of you, there's a strangeness to being beneath the water and able to breathe. Like, you don't... It doesn't feel tight on your chest. It doesn't...
That was my first question.
Am I drowning?
Am I drowning?
You've been in enough simulators, whether they be virtual or, you know, just a room that's been decked out with like hollow walls and digi walls and stuff to present imagery, that you are aware that you are in something akin to that. You can't quite spot enough similarities to be 100% sure, but wherever you are is a manifestation of whatever it is you're in. Yep. You can breathe, move. You move like you're underwater, but faster. So you feel if you were to start walking, that you'd walk at a normal pace. You wouldn't doggy paddle through water. It does appear that it is the closest thing to an illusion that you can comprehend. The sapphire eyes before you, as the shape starts coming out of the depths, does indeed hold a humanoid shape to it. As it approaches, you recognise it as, on first glance, of a feminine figure. From the neck down. From the neck up, you see face plates that are away from the cheek. The forehead plate is away. You've seen synths created and such, and you can imagine that with greater investigation of Ian and Alex, that you'd notice lines where they've been either really well done or not so much. but you can see this facial plate is extended from where it would be, and these glowing sapphire eyes. As the humanoid entity again is walking towards you, not swimming through the water, they start to shrink in, and you can now see the lines over the bridge of the nose, down on the laps, down past the lips here, and down on the forehead here. Their hair hangs as if they've just got out of a shower. It's piss wet through soaking, hanging down one side, all brushed over, hanging down one side, and there are highlights of very pale light blue through it, but the hair itself generally has a really dark blonde to it. The shape of the body remains in that feminine visual, but you can again see the lines at the neck, around the chest, the shoulders, the elbows, and you can see now that they are almost a clean synth with no flesh attached and no like finishing touches to give them that more human looking visual. Except the face. Once the plates hold, there is a face. You see them, the hair, the eyes, still the piercing blue, and there is eyeshadow just above, and they look like a very well presented human female face. And she just stares at you for a moment. There's no weapons or anything. She just stares at you for a moment. She starts to walk around you. She just looks at you for a moment, and there's a confusion in her eyes.
Question for you,
Me.
GM.
All right. The Cybermaster.
So my hacking kit was left, but do I have any other of my equipment, or?
Yeah, you are full. Yeah, you're bollock naked, mate. Like circumcised everything.
Right.
But you are no, you have everything, mate. The only thing
Okay.
missing was the kit you were plugged into.
All right.
So she's walking around you, and then she stops. You are a infiltrator of machines, a hacker. Wait, and then she starts laughing, and then she just giggles and giggles for ages, and then looks back at you in a not serious, but she's not laughing anymore. But you are not that sort of hacker.
I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming.
Yes.
Owned.
You do not wear the crown, yet you serve the crown. And there's confusion in her eyes. F1L1P. Philip. Hello, Philip. I am Sapphire.
Yes.
Shut up, you. Sit down. And she extends her hand for you.
I'll just look at it. The helmet visor's down. I've just been staring at her while she's been talking, and then when she extends her hand, I'll just look at her hand and sort of then look back up at her and just be like.
She waves her hand, and your helmet fizzles away down to your neck. What do you look like, Philip? Bald head, beard. I've got a little Viking bead in the fucking the imagination.
Plot
is
twist.
unrivaled. Yeah. Plot twist. Philip's actually Dave.
I'm pretty sure we went through this in my first
You did,
my
yeah.
first session. Yeah.
It also explains why you can't hack. So,
Yeah.
as your helmet like fades away, and you're now looking at her, she's put her hand down and obviously done the Jedi wave with the other. Why are you here?
I think we've already covered this, or you said it. I'm not that kind of hacker, and basically, me and a group of, we'll call them friends, turned up at some place, and yeah, which ones are we talking about? Because I turned up with 4 other people, not those 2 dickheads that was here.
She pauses for a moment. Yes, they were dickheads.
Good. Yeah. On our way down here, though, we found a load of little crystals and stuff, and some of my mates touched them and got weird, like, memories or something. So Larry, the jarhead, wanted to know more about it.
Jarhead.
So,
Would you like to know more?
Simplify. Hoorah.
ooh, not who. Yeah.
Sorry.
That one.
Sorry. Hoorah. I
Um,
did not know those of Britain said hoorah.
occasionally, we've been known to.
Do you
More
wish tea?
ironically. No. Thanks, though.
You are very welcome.
Yeah. Probably PG tips anyway.
Ugh.
I'll
The one with the
attempt to
monkeys.
spit. Yeah, sure. And that fat bloke.
I don't remember the PG tip fat bloke.
Johnny Vegas.
What was his?
Oh yeah.
I wasn't going to say his name.
Monkey!
Monkey.
She just shouting
anyone-
monkey.
Has anyone ever seen AD and Johnny Vegas in a room together?
With your mum.
Only on the TV.
Oh.
Only on the TV. Stop watching Pornhub. So, you don't want your tea. Why are you here? And she sort of gestures around at the water.
So that
I
jarhead
know.
that I mentioned.
The one called Larry.
Yeah, that one. He got all uppity about the fact that there's probably something else in this cave, and so we had a look
He
around.
wanted
and
to save children.
something like that. I think John wanted to save the child. I don't.
Uncle
So,
John.
sorry.
Uncle John.
Well, no, he's just John to me. Or
How do you know?
touche.
Share two.
Bonsoir. What are we doing here? love?
Mon a bit. You came here. You tell me.
Let's be honest.
Why?
Coming here was not deliberate, right? I found a big ass.
It was. You plugged in and started not hacking. Why, if you can't hack, would you try?
Because that lot think I can.
Are you lying to them?
No,
Then why
I
do they
told
think you can?
straight up. I don't know. I don't know. I think they're all a bit dim. They are American after all.
Any Americans watching the show, we do apologise. This is not the opinion of heavyweight gaming.
Purely character.
Well, yeah, particularly my girlfriend.
Sounds like a you problem then.
It will be after this.
Please keep watching, Pam. I need the numbers.
Yeah. Sorry, Pam.
You have lost one. Not you, but they. The large one. He used to live here. Well, not here. She looks around in the water.
Are we still talking about Larry, the large one, or
Larry is large. He's the hoorah, Semper Fi.
yeah?
I think you're stuck. Can you-
See, my next question was going to be, how do I leave?
The same way you got in.
I'll just turn around looking for a door or a big
no,
cable.
silly.
not
And she starts giggling again. When you came through the doors upstairs, just walk out.
Right, what is this place? This place right now that we stood in
Right now,
with all this not
we
water.
are just off the coast of Hawaii, a place on Earth where you are not. It's okay. I will wait.
So, are you in Hawaii, and I'm somehow in some form of private instance that you've created inside some form of network?
I didn't create it, but I am in Hawaii. There are some potential friends of mine need my help beneath the water, so I can't stay long. But you are accurate in that it is a private instance, but not of my creation. But it is mine. I'm surprised you came here and not to my to my siblings. For theirs, and she's fighting with the words. Theirs is closer.
How do I leave this instance to get back to that cave?
You've never left the cave.
Then why can't I see the cave?
Because you are not that sort of hacker. And she giggles. If you were a skilled hacker, you'd have been able to choose the instance of your destination. However, you must have, and she smiles, pressed the wrong button. Your friend, Hoorah Semper Fi, he ran around you and straight past you. But you are there. Only your, and she just points at your forehead, is here. Not all, what is the word? Not all people with your skill set need cables and devices. Some are skilled enough to just hack.
Yeah, we call them real hackers.
Haha.
I know, right? So if my mind is in your instance, that you didn't create but that you own.
I don't own, but it is mine.
Can you boot me from this instance back to my body?
I can kick you if you want me to.
You know, I'm loath to say yes because I'm pretty sure you might actually just kick me physically.
I can't physically kick you, you're not here.
Fair point. I mean, can you just put me back, please?
She holds out a hand. I'm Sapphire.
I'm F1, and I'll shake her hand.
Boom. Back to you lot.
Sorry.
So, Jean and Alex, you are currently stood in the large doorway that leads out of the facility back out into the desert of Mars, and a hangar, small airfield is across the way from the facility. You have Larry and Ian, Pack.
Yeah,
Fuck's sake.
just call me Pack.
You got Pack and Larry heading back into the facility. Pack and Larry, where are you going?
I was going to go to. I'm
Medic's
trying to
room.
remember the map.
But right on side, you want to go to the main office?
Yes.
Are you off? He called himself Medic because he was very creative. But that's the office that you were in before when you were looking at paperwork. So I assume that's the one you were on about.
Yeah.
So Larry and Pack, you are in the office of basically the person that seems to have run the facility, and they had their own code name of Medic. There is no detail that you have found that would give you any other reason to other names, but they are known as Medic. And for those that have not seen the previous session or two, all the tools and such in here are old school. Pencils, paper, there's an abacus and stuff like this throughout the facility.
So there was filing cabinets in here, wasn't there?
There was. Well, there is.
There is. Is it locked or did we unlock it? I can't quite recall.
One of them was locked, and you failed to unlock it. The other one you managed to unlock.
Okay,
So
I'm going
the
to try and unlock that one again.
After you attempted last time, you and your counter scoundrel are aware that it's in a bit of a shit state because of the multiple attempts to unlock it.
You trying to get in here?
Yeah.
I've got a plan.
I can try my way.
B.A. Baracus over here.
Yeah, go for it. Why not? I'm going to step back a few steps. And a elastic band and a twist.
I'll whip out the crowbar and try the good old brute force approach.
Give me a strength check.
Hoorah.
I also have a crowbar, so I'll help.
That's a 19, which puts me at a 24.
Jesus.
Didn't need it.
You've
Didn't
got
need it.
advantage if you really want to.
I'll fish for the crit. Why not? Nope. Stick with 24.
Crit, you explode the fire.
So as you
the wall.
as you wail into it,
I'm just gonna stick crowbar in, just lead into it, and just full on.
so you lean into it and you feel it take purchase in a seam that you didn't really notice before, but you keep going at it and then it wedges, and then you just hoorah semper fi into it, man. You are full on, like you can, like your neck bulges, your top buttons pop off.
Yeah, nosebleed. Just
Yeah, you get a nosebleed.
It's just one vein right on your forehead.
Park's looking at you like, is he going green? And you start prizing it off. You hear the as you manage to prize this door away from its main body. Alex and Jean, as you said, before you've even got any further in your conversation, you've noticed that Larry and Parker have gone. Mason starts groaning, and it's muffled groan because he's encased in his nanites, Sean, but you can hear it. He starts moving around in your arms as if having a bad sleep, and all hell breaks loose.
That's not lines you want a DM to say.
Alarms start going off. There is screams going off in the distance, as if a building's on fire. You look around, nothing has changed physically, but you can hear the alarms, you can hear the hissing of pipes bursting. There is like cold pressure being released. There's like you can hear computer room sort of ambience, like beeping and machines going off. You're looking all around you. There's no alarm lights going off. There's no people running around you, but it's as if you are in the audio of an evacuation of a facility, let's say, in ruin. Pack and Larry, you hear the same. As soon as you pop that door, you can hear this alarm bells going off, people screaming, electronic ambience. It is. Imagine it's going under, like a ship going under, a facility blowing up. A bit of a disaster going on. There's an evacuation going on, but only audible.
Is this through like nanites and things in people? Because I'm not on the I don't have any.
You can hear it around you.
Oh, physically hear it.
If you closed your eyes, you'd swear you were stood in the middle of an evacuation of something going very wrong in this facility.
And can't see anything. There's no
When
alarms.
you look around, there's no flashing lights. There's no.
You're hearing this, right?
No. Yeah. Like, what the hell's going on?
I have no idea. Like what?
They can hear people, but it's not. Do you hear people?
Yeah, I can hear people, sirens running. It's like a full-scale evacuation or something.
Crack the door fully open and see what's in it.
It's like, what the hell happened? Is there anything in there?
Let's find out.
Yes, there is a small USB data chip that's just sat on a very small pillow, like a little red pillow. Yep. And there are two magazines that you would use in like a Glock. No bullets in them, just two magazines.
Is a Glock like a pistol?
Yeah, a Glock is a pistol, yeah. There's only the magazines from not the actual pistol. So there's two empty magazines for a pistol and this data chip on a pillow.
That would fit into my pistol, right? Cool. Right, that's a bit messed up. Why is that USB on a pillow?
Bloody look, it's loud. Look. People don't put things on nice pillows unless they're important, right? Let's just grab it and get there. That's fine. find Philip.
Okay, I grabbed the 2 clips. Can I have a look at the bullets?
There's no bullets in them. They're empty mags.
Oh, they're empty mags. Okay, sod that then.
Get the bloody clips. Grab the chip.
Yeah, I thought there was bullets in it. No, I'll grab the chip as well. Can I put that into my hacking device?
It would fit in your hacking device. Yes, it is. It is a universal. It is.
Whoa. Last time I watched somebody do this, it didn't go well. Like, can we not do this right now?
I'm doing it right now because opening that door set something off. So we need to see what this is right now to try and fix something, and we might be able to find him. I plug it into my hacker's device.
I grab her hand and stop her.
Can we have an opposed grapple check, please? He's initiating, so he rolls athletics. Pack, you get to roll. Is it acrobatics or athletics? Because you're the defender. So you get
26.
Jesus, I don't think she can actually beat that.
No, I kind of only got a +4, so I've got 22.
As she goes to put the chip in, I just grab her by the wrist and just stop her connecting them.
He's currently in control of the grapple, so you couldn't ninja out of it just yet.
Look, let's go downstairs and see if we can find out. Like, we can't find anything, fine, but last time somebody did this, they vanished, and if we don't want anyone else going missing, it just makes our life harder, right? Still gonna be, you can try this in a second. Let's just see if we can find him.
All right. Okay. Cool. I put it in my pocket. The USB in my pocket. And we go.
And I release the grapple.
You left the mags in the safe. Just grab the chip and run.
No, I'm gonna put the mags in my backpack. Sod it. 2 empty mags. Yeah.
Yeah, you've got 2 empty mags.
It seems like there's something. It just seems like there's something.
Cool. So you grab the 2 empty mags, you grab the chip, and you guys start heading back towards Alex and Jean. Jean and Alex, what did you do when all this started kicking off?
I probably looked at 413X and started running toward the building with Mason.
Toward what? To where Pack and Larry were, or towards the hangar?
No, towards where Pack and Larry went.
Okay. Alex,
413X will cover Jean as he's running.
are you moving and covering, or staying where you are and covering?
Yeah, moving and covering.
Cool. Couple of minutes pass, you 4 bump back into each other. This all kicking off. You can all hear this audio of an evacuation. Mason is an absolute writhing snake in your arms, mate, trying to keep him down. He's clearly not awake, and he's having some sort of nightmare. But
yeah,
You reckon is this because of him?
You reckon you drop him if you weren't attached?
Yeah, I'll look at you and say, "What did you do?"
We just opened a cupboard and then shit went down. Like, is this from him? Is this some sort of audio memory or some shit?
Pissing loud. Can we shut it up? Whatever it is.
Did he start after this started, rather than before?
He call him A, call him B, mate.
I don't know. It could be. He is linked to this place somehow. Otherwise, why did he come back? He clearly got out, and I point at I kind of like look at the wrecked doorway.
Right, Larry, I like, we found a USB. Larry won't let me plug it in until we go and find Philip. I want to look at it now, and now I definitely think we should look at it now.
Look, if there's other people around, I feel a bit better about you doing it. I just don't want you to just vanishing again with no one else around.
Where was the USB?
It was in the cupboard on a weird little red pillow. It was odd.
Look like someone's, you go to like a fancy jeweler's and they've got them on display. There's tiny little pillows for rings. It was kind of like that.
Okay, that's a little weird.
I mean, people, if it's on something like that, it's got to be important, right?
Right, I'm plugging it in. I plug it into my hacker's device.
I won't try and.
I'll kind of look over his shoulder. I'll look over his shoulder and help.
Wow.
I could definitely out-grapple the pair of. Okay.
But you're going to help, so she's going to miss the USB port several times.
I'm
that way?
helping.
No. That way? No, that way?
What? Miss the USB port and then crash into
Come
a
on, it's
wall?
2185. We've got USB-C at this point. Let's be honest.
Give me a hacking roll. As soon as you enter it, as soon as you put the data chip in, your hacking kit turns itself on. As if it is
23.
taking power. 23?
Yeah.
Cool. You don't lose your hand. So, the interface shows up on your hacking kit, and it just says fingerprint.
I look at Jean.
And
Can we
look,
use his hand?
He's encased in nanites.
no.
Did anyone see the body of like the medic guy anywhere?
Cupboard full of them around there.
Cool, I'm gonna get a hand. Since you won't help me.
I'm gonna start. I'm gonna see if I can. I'm gonna see if I can do something with the boy. I'm gonna go to the Euphoria room.
Okay.
Well, what about John? What about that room that pulled all the nanites off me? The security thing and the office at the end. You not just throw him through that?
Ooh, I don't think that'd be a good idea.
Oh, that's like a wood chipper.
Fucking love, Lauren. Oh, really? Can you
It's
just,
an idea, all right. You don't have to go on all the ideas. It's
Just
an
cut him
idea.
off with a chainsaw, do you know what I mean?
Would
No
it work?
ideas are bad ideas except that.
I'll follow you into the cupboard of people.
I'll follow John.
So, Alex and John, you go to where the four large, to where the Euphoria room is, and Pack and Larry are going to where all the soldier guards were like just Tetris
Jammed
into a
in,
room.
yeah.
Yeah. Are you? What you doing, Pack? You
Right,
get there.
I
There is a
open the
lot of dead people wedged into a room.
Right, Larry, can you help me start just pulling them out of the room and let's see if we
we
can
know-
find the most senior one.
Are any of them dressed not in guard uniforms?
Right now, it's a massive guard.
Stand back.
Cool.
Just gonna put a
Gonna
grenade
grab
here.
the middle one, just pull like everything out onto the floor, basically.
Give me a strength check.
Jenga!
Again, sorry.
Give me a strength check.
This is where I get the nat 1 and drown in a pile of bodies.
No, you get a nat 20.
23.
23. You grab a few, you start pulling them, you notice that a few of them are going to tumble as you pull them, and you step back and pull and just kind of guide them down and give that like slow landslide of bodies as this evacuation's going off around you. And they all tumble out, and these guards are slippy, sticky, wet, exactly like the others described by Jean, that their nanites have been torn out of them. Give me an
This is pretty-
investigation check, whoever's looking for a...
This
Me.
is pretty fucked up, Pack, not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, just a bit. Investigation. Mwah. Holy. So 22.
Oh, nothing but guards.
Fuck.
No good.
I'm just gonna grab a hand and try it.
First hand you try, it beeps. There's a red light just goes like Night Rider across the thing, and it says 1. You hear the
Don't
voice
think-
1.
I think trial and error is not the way on this one.
Dave, you're not there.
Can we have the map of the layout? Oh, that was in our chat, wasn't it?
It was in your chat, yeah.
Yeah. Did I save it?
So while
3 weeks later.
Jean and Alex, you're in the Euphoria room.
I mean, I'm basically I'm looking at any of the equipment here to see whether or not I think any of the equipment I might be able to direct Alex on how to use it to.
You got 200 bits from Mel. Thank you, Mel.
Thank you.
Oh, thanks.
Thank you.
Yeah, is there any? Well, basically just kind of having a second look in this room to see whether or not I think anything could potentially be used in here to somehow
So there was
extract
the
Mason.
2 places that you found that would have equipment of a similar what you're looking for is one where the 4 large humanoids were with a 5th chair that was empty,
Yeah.
and there was another room that was completely filled with essentially 1950s sort of apparatus, but had a chair that was the size of a small humanoid.
Yeah. That's the one. That was the one I deemed to be the Euphoria lab.
Yeah.
The
So
one with a small chair.
in
That's
there,
what I was aiming for.
in there you can see equipment that you don't recognise instantly, but you see similarities in if someone was to do transfusions of blood and such like that.
Yeah.
So you could attempt, if you were are you trying to drain him or planning to drain him?
No, I'm.
What's the plan? What are you trying to do? Or trying to achieve?
I need something to manipulate the nanites with.
In what way?
Basically, as in, like, because basically these nanites have encased me, and I need to try and, ideally, my two options are: one, I find somewhere where I feel I can treat him, and I convince the nanites that I can treat him. Or two, I need to find some way to deactivate the nanites, to extract myself from them. But that second way would definitely not be my preferred option.
Give me an intelligence check.
Maybe. Nat 20.
All right, cool.
That is a great start.
Doing
Just
the math, doing the
base
real,
intelligence, yeah.
just base intelligence, mate. Doing the real quick math. There is a chance, with the help of Alex, that if you use the extraction equipment, you can put the nanites in a vulnerable state where they don't cling to you because of the draining techniques involved with the nanites. Because really, everyone should look like Adi, except it. No one way life.
Okay. When you say a chance,
It means you've been rolling for it.
yeah, I get that. But like, are we talking? I mean, in an intelligent estimation, are we talking 25% chance, 50% chance? If I was doing it myself, it'd probably be better than me trying to explain
On
to
a
Alex.
scale of 1 to 20,
It's gravy time.
you'll need an 18.
Well, no. James
This
will
unit,
Die hard, kids.
this unit has calculated there is a 10% chance of success.
Oh, yeah.
What do I think the potential downsides are?
You could kill Mason, you could kill yourself, you could render you both essentially lobotomized by your nanites.
It said downsides.
Oh, wow. Okay, I'm gonna suggest that I'm not even gonna raise that as an idea to Alex. I'm just gonna, I think the best thing I can do is just let Mason and his nanites get back to a position where they themselves feel most comfortable. And to help with that, I'm gonna, while we're in that room, I'm gonna heal Mason again, because I'm basically touching him, right?
Yep.
So I'm gonna do a basic heal on him. So Mason gets back, nice, 11 hit points.
He settles in your arms, and the noise of the evacuation disappears.
Oh, thank God for that.
Oh my god. I can hear myself think again.
Ugh.
That's not great.
But you can hear rain and chanting voices.
Are you hearing a cult now?
Yep. Right there with you.
It does have cool vibes.
Look, are we looking for more hands, or I think if you keep plugging the wrong ones in, it's not going to end up well for you.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, I don't know what to do.
I don't think we saw any more bodies when we came here, did we?
Which room are we in, AD? Sorry, just to check. Is it
You're
the
in the first
Central.
with the 6 little rooms.
Yeah.
You're in there pulling bodies out of the.
Hang on. Sorry, I got like 2 voices then. Which
The
one?
small, the six rooms next to each other where you've got the guns.
The
and
little
stuff on.
cupboards,
Yes.
cool.
They're
Alright.
the ones filled with people.
Where did we get the USB from?
if
Which room?
The right hand side, the far right.
Bottom right.
Bottom right, sorry, yeah.
Yeah, bottom right. Cool.
We've been in
Is it-
all of them now. That was the last one that we hadn't opened.
Yeah, no, I'm just thinking because there's bodies in that room with the 6 chairs. We didn't really go in there just in case to trigger it up because they have hands. And I'm thinking Mason as well, or Kane, or whatever he's called. Yeah. Should we just go find the rest of them and just?
Look, I really reckon it might be worth. You, those two probably know a bit more about computers and bits than I do. Like, let's go downstairs and see if we can find Philip. Like, he's got to be somewhere. People don't just vanish, right?
Yeah, but he's not that sort of hacker.
Just go downstairs, have a look. It's running around up here, and once we've got everyone back together, we can figure a way out of here. But do we really, when we're sticking around, let's just find him and get out.
Yeah, well, the noise has stopped in general, so it must have been to do with child wonder.
The evacuation stopped, but you can still hear chanting, and you can still hear the fall of rain.
Do you recognise
but
any of the voices of the chanting? Is it in English?
Maybe, but it's so like you can't focus on it to pick out the words, but you do recognise the language, so it's not alien to you. No pun intended.
Sure.
Oh, we got another 200 bits from Ree.
Hey, thank you, Ree.
Thank Ree. Yeah. Since it's not as manic anymore, I'm assuming the Jean has calmed down the kid, so that's why it's switched to cultiness. But at least we can hear ourselves think now. So yeah, let's. I'll pop that back in my bag, and then let's go find Philip.
Yeah, Jean will say, well, it's like, okay, so it looks like Mason's state is linked to that noise, but can you hear the chanting?
This unit can confirm it now hears chanting and rain.
Does the rain sound like it's coming from outside?
Sounds like you're in
like
it. Sounds like you're in rain.
Sounds like we're in the rain. Okay.
This unit can confirm it sounds like we're back once again in the jungles on Earth.
Yeah. I think we should find Philip.
When we head back, or as me and Pac, I assume, are heading back towards that staircase, do I see the lift that we passed before we went down the stairs to the right-hand side, the big cargo lift?
There's a cargo lift there, yeah.
Is there power to it?
Do you go over and check?
Yes.
Give me an investigation roll.
Good luck, ran out. 4 minor, no, plus 0. 4.
Maybe. It's not obvious.
Back, like, what do you make of this? Like, it seems odd to have a massive cargo elevator and there's only been just the floor downstairs. Like, where do you think this goes?
Pack.
I have no clue, mate. I assumed it was down. Like, it could go up, but we don't know how far up it goes.
I think you all assessed, and through various other things, that you do know it goes up.
I'm gonna go. I'll head back. Let's head back downstairs. Let's get another fresh pair of eyes down there. Just find Philip.
If we find Philip, we can try and open the door and climb up it.
I'll show you where he went missing. Show you these cables.
Yeah, let's go.
So, Alex and Jean, you can hear footsteps outside the room. Alex, you probably passively notice that Pac and Larry walk past in the direction of that far wall where the stairs and lift is and such.
This unit believes that the other units of this group are going to make their way downstairs.
We should stick together.
This unit concurs.
You catch up?
Yep.
So the 4 of you are now heading back down the mile trek to go looking for Philip. Philip, as you are shaking Sapphire's hand, she's like, Sapphire, you're Philip. Nice, pleased to meet you. She lets go of your hand, and there is a small red gem in your hand. And she just says, "It will keep you safe. Don't hack if you can't hack. It's very nice. It's very nice to meet you. I have to go save my acquaintances for now, but hopefully friends. The big one is he's charming." And she starts to just walk away from you slowly. You turn around. Oh well, do you turn around? Do you just watch her walk away? You pervert. Do now. You're left
Describe in detail why. No, I'll turn around.
He is pretty fit.
It's like squirrels in a sock mitt.
Nice.
As if Van Damme. I don't know where I'm going with this. Right.
It's Jello on springs. It's Jello on springs.
Yeah. She definitely puts the squats in at the gym. So,
I might linger for a bit and then I'll turn around.
As you turn around, there's just in front of you. There's a bit of sand, and then the red floor of the cavernous floor.
Cool. I'll step onto it.
As you step onto it, you take a breath. You can hear chanting, and as if it's raining, but there's no rain down here, and the chanting is in a language you recognise, but you can't make out the words. You are in the exact place you were when you were hacking. Your kit is missing. There's no sign of Larry, and there's just the exposed area of the thicker collective of fibre wiring that goes deeper into the mountain.
So I'm back in a cave.
You are back in the cave, yeah.
Boom.
I mean,
Outstanding.
it's more green
Nice.
than I expected, but
How long have you been waiting for that?
A little bit.
45 minutes.
If there's no one here, none of my kit's here. So is the floor sort of like red, dusty?
Yeah, it's Mars, but it's the red colouring, like red clay type, you know. You still got
Can
the little
I?
ruby in your hand.
I'll pocket that.
Got shot in for some dragon scales later. And
Yeah.
some mithril plate armour.
I'll have a look at the floor and see where footprints and stuff are, and just be like,
Give me an investigation
well,
check.
if Dickhead's not here. Investigation. 20.
20.
Yeah.
Immediately, footprints run off to your left. You follow those footprints, and there is a tunnel leading in the opposite direction to where you lot came from originally. And there is a small red, very red silken rag just hanging on a scrag of stuff. And then the footsteps go back the way you lot actually came. You're pretty confident that these are Larry's, in the size of them, and that Larry didn't pursue down this tunnel. He did indeed turn to go back to where you originally came.
Alright. I'll turn and start walking back the way we came if I can't see any other footprints that are fresh enough that aren't the fighter.
Okay.
I'll get a jog on. I won't run, but
You know the direction you need to go to get out. You're just assuming they've gone out, etc. Yep.
yeah.
So you start heading back that way. You run across the open cavernous area where you first fought Mason and the two cyber zombie things. Give me a perception check as you get to the far lip before you go back into the smaller tunnels towards the stairways and stuff.
17.
17. On your right hand side against the wall, it's as if you run past a shop window and you see your reflection on the window, but then you go to a darker bit and your reflection's gone because there's not enough light to give you a reflection. But it's actually against the stone, like as if the stone was a window mirror type surface. And then if you sort of step back, it's not there. But when you were running, you definitely saw like a mimicry of yourself, like a almost reflection, but not.
Mimics.
Like a two-way mirror that went wrong for a second.
No, like an actual, like your reflection, like you saw your reflection rather than, an error.
All right.
Say no deja vu, mate.
Did my reflection, that brief moment that I saw it, look normal?
It was running exactly as you were.
All right. Is my helmet back?
Your helmet is back. It didn't thing when you came out. You were fully as you were enclosed.
All right. I'll re-engage the helmet, and I'll pull my revolver out and just carry on.
Cool. Some time passes. And as you guys are coming down the spiraling stairway, that mile trek, you can hear the clanking of heavy boots on metal, coming up the stairway. Between the four of you, you could quite easily spot that it is someone dressed exactly the same as Philip coming up the stairway with revolver in hand.
Identify yourself.
I'll instantly stop and say F1L1P.
And if hacker are you?
Shit one.
Not do for me. The hell have you been? The hell happened to you? Where'd you go off hiding?
How's Mason at the moment, AD? Sorry to jump in.
He's relaxed. After you healed him, he's settled.
Yeah.
Give me a perception check.
11.
11. He's making a constant noise, maybe in rhythm to the chanting you can hear, but he seems like you think he's off key or out of sync.
Is he summoning something? Because this is a bit worrying.
He's not in tune with the ancient ones. What? He's a boy.
That doesn't matter.
Jesus with an Uzi.
No, I mean, we could all hear that noise, but can you see anyone around chanting?
No, but the noise seems to be cool. Well, all the noises seem to be linked to him, and he's making a murmur, and there's some chanting and rain happening right now. So that seems summoning-y to me, and a bit worrying, especially when we're in a massive mountain with lots of caverns, which someone just disappeared and reappeared in.
Yeah, about that.
Filled with gemstones.
I'd
They're
like
in
to
some
know
way
about that.
psychically linked and cybernetically connected.
I didn't quite catch that, sorry.
In a mountain full of caverns with gemstones, which are somehow psychically linked and cybernetically connected. And I'm holding a boy that can manipulate nanites and has the ability to psychically and cybernetically manipulate all of it. So,
Yes, and he's currently
I'm not entirely
chanting.
surprised about the fact that he is in sync with what's going on, but I don't think he's the cause of it.
Did it change, like, when he stopped, like, flailing about? Did the noise change?
You
Like,
didn't see him flail about. You were with Larry.
No, like, we saw him.
When I settled him, the
He
emergency
started
signal stopped.
flailing when you popped the cupboard.
No, but then we met together.
Yeah,
And then we separated.
We never came in contact. Yeah.
You went straight looking for Hans, and they went to the Euphoria room.
I thought we met together because I asked John about the hand, and we had an argument.
Yeah, we did briefly, but then we went in separate ways again.
So we would have.
So you would have seen him.
So I would have seen him
flailing
like
around a little bit. Yeah.
I would have seen him. So the noises changed when he calmed down. Yeah, and you're telling me it's not linked to him. The noises started.
No, I'm saying he is linked to it, and yes, in some way, shape, or form, they're linked to him because he's been in this facility. There is a link. I don't think he's causing it. I think he was able to affect it.
Unit known as Philip.
Yeah, I'm done talking about that. Philip, what happened, mate?
Yes.
Would you care to walk and discuss your occurrence of disappearance?
Yeah, I mean, I'd quite like to get off
when you
these
say
metal
walk,
staircase.
you heading up. You all walk and talk. Okay.
You know, are the little metal corrosion-eating bugs still on the staircase?
Perception check.
24.
You don't see a single one.
Yeah, let's shift. Because them bugs ain't there no more.
Are we getting out? I mean, are we done with this place then?
Let's get to the top of the stairs, and then we'll talk of what's going to come next, shall we?
Oh.
I've got a torch out. It's still dark, I'm assuming. So,
It is still
Yeah,
dark.
I can see. So
yeah, fuck you.
So as you make your way back up the stairs, you get to the top of the stairways. Are you going back out into the main facility to talk? Or are you staying in the generator area before you go up there?
I'll stop in the general area because there's that lift that we've still not looked at.
So you make your way all the way back up to that facility. You've got the lift over to on your left now. The rest of the facility that you'd already explored anyway, if you wish to explore again. Before you have your little chat, we're going to call a break because it's 25 to. I want to grab a brew and have a wee. So let's stop this. Let's go back to this. Right,
Yes.
We're just going to have a quick break. We'll be about 10-15 minutes tops. We're just going to go grab drinks and stuff, and then we'll come back and we shall crack on and see how Philip regales the tale of Sapphire. Yeah, she's just some lass that squats. So, right, we'll catch you in a bit. Stick around. Don't go away, and if you do go away, come back. We'll be back very soon, very, very soon. Break time. Right, we should be back, kids. We should be back. Hello, people. Thank you for sticking around. Welcome from 81, 82, 83, 84, Lauren and Nath. Well, two of you have glasses, two of you don't. We're like Superman, though. You know, I mean, we've got to do the Clark Kent and the Superman. We've got to keep people on it. That's all it is. So, welcome back. This is part 2. We're playing Carbon 2185, a Cyberpunk RPG using the rule set of 5th edition. It's done by Dragon Turtle Games. If you go to their website and use the code WAITE, W-A-I-T-E, as in heavyweight gaming, you'll get 10% off your purchases, so go do that. Send them a lot of love, and I get a couple of quid if you do it, so which I can spend on Greg's. If you have just joined us, fantastic. We're on YouTube, we're on blah. You can go check us out. Just type heavyweight gaming into the internet. Bill Gates will turn up to your door with a plaque that says, go check him out here. Some of that might be a lie. And if you've been with us all along, well, you should be, because we're great and you should watch us all the time. So, yeah. Right. Just before the break, this lot split themselves several ways. It was a gymnastic piece of artwork. But they were, at one point, split 3 ways. They are all now come back together. Philip,
it's gravy time.
Has had an experience with, thank you for the subscription, the Short Rest Tavern. Go check them out on Mondays as of the... What?
19th, this Monday.
19th, this Monday. Go check out Short Rest Tavern. Go
at 7:30 BST.
7:30 BST, you can go watch them. They're doing the Candlekeep Mysteries, so go check that one. Anyway, Philip had his experience with Sapphire in the ocean just off the coast of Hawaii. You had Lauren, who got nostalgic. So you had Park and Larry, who were doing their own investigations and safe cracking the only way Larry knows how. They have taken 2 empty pistol clips and a data chip that Park currently attempted to bypass security. She also saved herself from losing her hand, which was, I was hoping, but you know, big saves. Jean and 413X they went and had a look to see if there was a way they could somehow lessen the grip the nanites have on both Mason and Jean. They're all back together. They're all in the main facility area where there is music. You can hear the falling of rain and the chanting of voices. The voices are in a language you understand, but you cannot make out what words they're actually using. And it does seem that Mason may or may not be chanting the same words, but out of sync. Or at least that bit's only known to Jean. And I believe Philip was about to explain the Sapphire moment.
So, Larry, you know when I say I'm not that kind of hacker?
Yeah.
Yeah. Really, like, however nice Hawaii is at the moment.
Oh, Hawaii.
Yeah.
Fuck you on about?
It just
What's Hawaii got to do with anything?
Thank you, really.
so turns
So
out
that's 3 or 4.
I thought we'd use one.
You have used.
So it turns out that my consciousness got transported to Hawaii.
Fuck,
Yeah.
you take your consciousness to
Like
Hawaii
this.
for? Like, we're in the middle
Oh
of...
yeah, because I went out of my way to do it, Larry.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't get this. I have no idea what you're on about. Like,
How do you know
What?
you were in Hawaii?
But Larry said you disappeared.
there you go.
Apparently, according to the lass I spoke to,
There was no lass here. Like, you were like, just vanished.
not here, Hawaii. Stay with me, Larry. Stay with me, buddy.
I'm
We got
trying.
this.
I'm trying.
Yeah, okay,
Stay on
I'll
target.
try and use small words, right?
Do you want some crayons?
Yeah.
He's eating them.
I don't know, Larry.
I'll go
if I
colour in
borrow
the corner
yours-
while you guys have a conversation.
Larry's eating them. They're gone. Protein, mate. Protein.
So, according to the lass who was in Hawaii, who greeted me, my body was still in the cave. Apparently, just wasn't visible to you. But my consciousness, my brain, the thing that makes me do the thing, was in Hawaii. Underwater.
Simulation.
Similar. It was like an instance sort of thing, yeah. I spoke to this lass. Quite nice. Is a synth. What was her name? Sapphire.
That name sounds familiar.
Good for you. It will be for me now, I guess. And she basically explained that she's got some not friends who she wants to be friends who are in trouble somewhere downstairs. And she, I don't know. It got basically a bit weird. But
What,
pretty
downstairs here?
much wherever, Hawaii.
Downstairs in Hawaii?
Yeah. And she basically said, look after the big one. I assume she was talking about Larry for some reason. I don't know.
I don't know. Is she watching us? Does she know who we are?
You specifically. She kept on going on about you specifically.
Never been to Hawaii.
Well, are you sure about that?
Yes.
200.
Yeah.
Are you though?
Oh, I see what's happening here. Yes, really. Yes, really. Yes, really.
3-month time jump.
Rocks fall.
Well,
And then, yeah,
I mean,
she-
Hawaii's like 200 million kilometers away right now. So
Oh, yeah, I
we're
know,
not
right?
we're not going to be able to help her.
You missed
Oh
by
no,
one,
like
John.
she didn't want help. Like
So what
she seemed like she was fairly on top of everything.
You wish.
Any of, any of that makes sense to this place?
So is she linked to this, considering you said that she knew about that Larry was back here and she knew about you and stuff?
She also knew that I was Crown Estate, even though I didn't wear the crown.
Spying on us?
Is she like
also
that
knows
kid?
that. Don't know. She also knows that Larry's a Marine.
It's not exactly difficult if anyone. It's not exactly secret.
Yeah. She didn't really mention the rest of you.
Does anyone know this woman?
In another life, maybe.
This unit does not know anyone by the designation Sapphire.
No, it doesn't ring a bell. DMs, out of interest, did Larry ever do deployment or do anything in or around Hawaii?
Sapphire's a gemstone.
Can Alex and Larry give me a history check?
Ooh, that's a spicy roll. What's my
You need a
history?
reroll.
No, it's 19.
Oh, nice.
Total
16.
16. So, Alex, the only reference to the word sapphire was it wasn't the make and model of a sniper rifle, but you knew of a sniper whose name you cannot remember, who referred to their rifle as sapphire, like a pet name. Larry, you haven't done any works around Hawaii, but you are aware that there were operations that went out to Hawaii, because even though the again, this is, you were frontline, like you weren't privy to most information, just earwigging. There was imagery of somewhere, like on one of the islands in and around Hawaii, of a facility or facilities that dealt in like black market goods. So you yourself haven't been there, but you are aware that there are operations that have been out that way.
Were you in when you're? I don't know how you like what happened, but when you ended up in Hawaii, were you in another place like this?
No, I was underwater.
Going back, I never went myself, but probably about, I don't know, 20 years ago, something like that. There was some operational work around Hawaii. It seemed a bit odd, middle of nowhere, but I thought nothing of it. I know, training exercises, some sort of facility out there. Bit of a long shot, I guess, but if you're underwater, I don't know.
This unit has completed its military archive data restoration and can confirm that a sniper rifle was nicknamed Sapphire, but there is no link to any military force or name.
Definitely some out there. Half the boys didn't go out there for their holiday, that's for damn sure.
I don't know. I'd go to Hawaii for a holiday, especially if she was there.
Jesus.
That good, eh?
Tight ass.
There'll be no
But
afraid
are we-
to Black Dave, just so you know, mate. I'll be coming.
Sorry, wait.
Are we getting the hell out of this place, or anyone wanting to see
Oh.
what's upstairs?
Do we have what Crown wants?
Probably not, but she could be linked to it because Sapphire Gemstone. He went to her after
Oh.
plugging into the gemstones.
Oh yeah. And I'll reach into my pocket and pull out this gem.
Cool.
Be
Let's
like-
go.
She give me this.
We need to go back. Do we need the swords? Like,
Yeah, there's. Did we leave them in the room? I was just going to ask you.
Yeah,
Did
left,
we
we
leave the
left,
we
scabbards?
you left them.
I'll go grab them. Yeah, Philip, grab this and packing gear.
Thanks.
I thought you'd gone, man. I
So
didn't
good
know
with
what to do.
The
I'll
plug-in,
go.
the plug-in bit, in a bit of a state, Phil. You know what I mean? Like
You
it
got
was
that
just
Cat 5?
taken.
Yeah, so here you go. You can fix it with this.
Careful, it's a deadly weapon.
I'll head over to the room that we found previously and see if those jeweled scabbards are still there.
I'm going to mention to Philip. We found a weird USB on a fancy like satin red cushion. I plugged it into my hacking device. It asked for a fingerprint, and I tried one of the guards. Didn't work. So that's something fun to play with later.
I think we've confirmed he's not that kind of hacker.
Yeah,
We
but I can still
confirmed he
mention it
should,
to him.
Totally be changing his class.
If he tries it enough, it's practically an education, right? It'll be fine.
Yeah.
Multi-class. Yeah, I'm going to go check the room with the jeweled scabbards.
You go
and
into
see
the
if
room. They are there
Build up.
suspended in the like. There's no glass or anything around them. They're just suspended.
Pack,
These two
you there?
scabbards.
Yeah,
just
I'm about.
Scabbards.
Can you just keep an eye on this, because
Scabbards.
just in case.
Do you want me to check if there are any traps first?
You
I mean-
already checked. It is not trapped.
Yeah, but-
You merely see in front of you two
going to-
suspended. One ruby in shimmering colour and one sapphire in shimmering colour.
I'm going to kind of try and hide or go like to the edge of either a chair or by the table or around the door, jam, get the crowbar out and try and hook it out, like shielding my face with my metal gauntlet and just like pull it out. Like hook a
Do they
duck.
look fragile?
They look not necessarily. They look well made. They are scabbards for swords. One of them has
I was just thinking, maybe put something underneath for where they're going to fall.
They're hanging, suspended. They're not suspended by wire. They're just hanging in nothing,
Alright then,
as if
can I-
levitating.
I'll hold my hand out. Here's the jacket.
Give him my jacket.
Put it on the floor. Back around the door. Right, pull the scabbard out. And I'll put my other armored gauntlet up, like, and try and shield myself in case something explodes or.
And what are you doing, Pac?
I am just standing back slightly out of the way, just like watching. Like, do you need me to do anything else?
I'll let you know. Pull.
As you show, there is a resistance. Which one are you pulling?
What are the colours? Red or blue?
Sapphire or ruby? The ruby one is for a larger sword, like
come on.
like a long sword, whereas the sapphire one has a more curved edge to it, a curved shape to it. Sorry.
What style of sword did Chase use? It's straight one, isn't it? Straight bladed.
Yeah.
I'll grab the straight one. Whichever one offers me the better protection round the door that I can reach.
So you got to pull the ruby one, which is the larger scabbard. There is a resistance that even you know you could not physically pull, but you do hear biosignature not recognized.
Son of a bitch. What are the odds that it's the same signature that you need for your chip thingy?
Sounds about right. And given the colours, I'm reckoning that Philip's new friend might be linked to this. Oh, Philip! There!
I've been all over there.
I'll wander through. What's taking so long?
Don't
Can
need
I-
you, mate.
the-
Shut
the-
up. Philip, please. You know that red gem you've got? Can I borrow it a second?
The chanting and rain stops, and Mason is no longer chanting either.
Okay. Philip, can I borrow that red gem a second?
Why?
I just want to kind of take it a little close to this red scabbard and see what happens.
Is the scabbard gem the same colour as the gemstone that Philip has?
They're both, well, just Philip has a small ruby, and the colouring of the scabbard is a ruby red. So you can assume, yeah. I mean, it wouldn't be perfect, but yeah.
Yeah.
Is
You can do it yourself. I don't mind. It's just I would like to try out this theory.
While they're having that, can I look for a power source or a cable or any sort of electronic equipment that seems to be connected to them?
Give me an investigation check.
So just to double check, so they're basically in some kind of.
As if levitating. They're not encased in anything.
But he basically can't grab them.
Larry tried, and it was like hooking the foundation of the building. It hooked, but he couldn't pull it.
We're stuck fast.
And all they
I rolled
heard was the
two.
words "bio-identification not recognised."
You hear from under the desk as I'm on all fours having a look around. I can't find any plugs, cables, or anything. Those are two.
I pull the ruby out and sort of walk up to you and just be like, "Let's go together."
Where's
as
the power?
a team.
Okay, can you get my name right though? It's Yeun.
Okay.
Thank you.
So you both walk up to the plinth where the scabbard's levitated, yeah?
Yep.
Who's got the ruby? Who's grabbing what? Who's doing what?
I've got the ruby in my left hand.
Okay.
Before touching anything or looking at anything, is there anything on the scabbard where this might fit?
Give
is
me
there
an investigation check.
marking or
I'll help him because I'm there too.
Okay, with advantage.
The ruby, 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 ruby.
Hey.
15?
Don't quit your day jobs.
Just now.
15 with advantage.
Yeah.
Cool.
The other one was a 7.
A third of the way down, there is indeed a small socket-esque shape that could fit a small irregular shape, like a ruby.
Like, if I looked at the ruby in my hand, sort of turned it a bit, and then looked at the hole that it was in, that I just noticed on the scabbard, do they vaguely look about the same size and shape?
On a scale of 1 to 20.
On a scale of 1 to 20, you got a 15. Deal with that information as you see wish.
I point out the hole to And
She already pointed it
hand her the
out to
ruby.
you. That's how you got advantage.
In that case, I'll just hand her the ruby and just be like, "Well, you found it."
Before you start sticking, any of you lot know where the power's coming from to this place? Thought everything's meant to be
Yeah, it's
turned off.
downstairs. It's downstairs, Larry.
Is it on?
And yeah, sure. And I'll hand it to her. Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna take the ruby, and I'm just going to, I'm gonna put my coat on first because it's on the floor.
Is this the
And
coat that
do you want to
see?
step? Yes.
I thought so.
And then I'm just gonna go. Do you want to step back while I'm doing this, just in case?
I'll get out of the room.
Do you want
Sorry.
to step back? I'll leave, Maz.
Philip, you staying or you going?
I'll stay.
Okay, cool. All right. Okay. And now, Indiana Jones is shit. Put it in.
Cool. Bioidentification recognized. Ruby.
I take the scabbard.
And you take the scabbard. It is warm to touch.
I have a scabbard.
The hairs on the back of your arm stand up as you get a little tiny static surge just pulse through your beam. But you now have a rather long sword-esque scabbard in your hand with a ruby shimmer to the workings of it.
Suppose everyone's got a blue gem handy, have they?
Well, if
Well, again,
Sapphire had the
go
ruby, I'm
on.
guessing Ruby has the Sapphire.
Don't suppose she's in Hawaii?
She wasn't while I checked.
Did she mention that like any other like things like her? Seeing as this too, it makes sense that there would be like others like her, maybe.
Sean, what else
Well,
do you know about this Project Gemstone stuff? All of this connects somewhere, right? Is there anything else you've got in the back of your brain that might connect any of this that you're not telling us?
That's came for the kid, man.
There wasn't a lot of information in what was provided by the Crown Estate. I was hoping / expecting to find something here that identified what Project Gemstone was.
To be honest, I'm
Look at-
having
look at-
trouble believing you.
Just to put this on the table, if we go back to Crown, what are they going to expect from us?
Well,
And are we going back to
very
Crown?
good question.
Like, I don't know what shit you guys have got into before now, but pissing
I
off a
presume-
global entity like the Crown is not on my to-do list if I can help it.
Same, I've got a good
Maybe.
rep with them. That's
Yep.
why they sent me to help you.
Oh, that's what you're doing, is it? Just
Yeah,
checking.
they hate me.
Adrian,
Are you serious?
is there a
Am
way-
I the
is
one
there a
that
way I
messed up
can,
with that child and lied to us?
Is there a way I can recheck the information that Crown gave me whilst not having use of my head?
Give me an intelligence check, see if you can recall stuff.
Has the scabbard got like a
That'll be a no.
like a cable on it so you can sling it over the back?
Nope.
No.
Make you one.
And-
Hand her a
and-
Cat 5 cable.
And, no, Jean. You can't recall. The other things you do recall, the obvious ones, are it used to be Nightingale's project. They gave permission for Crown Estate to come into the facility and take it, as it was an asset that they were after that Nightingale didn't want. And the project was called Project Gemstone. The gemstone
So-
things that you bumped into so far are a ruby, a person called Sapphire, and 2 scabbards of ruby and sapphire colouring.
And all the stones that are in the walls. Of
And
temple.
the amber stones that are throughout the honeycomb, yes.
Will your computer chip thingy work if you let you grab that?
What, me?
What?
No, Pax, you picked up a chip or something and it wouldn't let her, I don't know, log in, but it's let her grab that.
USB.
Will that not let you log into that now if it's letting you grab stuff?
Okay, I'm gonna hold this and I'm gonna use my fingerprint.
As
See
you're
if that
holding it
works.
and you use your fingerprint, it goes, biosignature recognized. Ruby, welcome. Unfortunately, you are not given access rights to this. Please speak to medic.
Okay, I'm gonna put the scabbard like inside my coat because I got a long coat, big
Okay.
pockets, so it's in there. Right. So, put the hacking device back in my bag. Shall we try upstairs then?
As far as way I see it, we either leave and hedge our bets with what we found, or I don't know. How are we feeling about handing this stuff over to Crown?
We went, as far as I'm concerned, we're not. Let's go upstairs.
I don't have a great deal of interest in giving Crown anything.
So why did you take?
But if we don't, then they're going to come after us.
That's my concern as well.
I'm gonna start walking to the elevator.
You get to the elevator. There is a closed door on an elevator.
I've got crowbar. I'm gonna start trying to crowbar it open.
I'm gonna push the call button.
I will
Push
hold
her
it
down.
out. I'm going to hold the action helping Pack based on what happens with Philip.
I thought it was powered down.
We do not know what gemstone is. The only places we're going to find out any more about gemstone are either here or potentially from Crown. The disadvantage of going back
who are you
to
talking
Crown,
to?
Yeah, 3 of us aren't there.
well, we've
You're all stood there.
Oh,
Like,
we're
you
all
look-
still there. Fair enough.
Yeah, so Philip said when you come up to the main area, he talked to you. So you guys are kind of just in that area.
Oh,
You've
okay.
got the...
I thought we had got.
No,
I thought we'd all gone to get the scabbard.
Well, yeah, so you'd have all gone to get... Yeah, so you've gone and got the scabbard.
Yeah, and then I've walked back to the lift.
As is Philip, as is...
All sort of bimbled.
But
Yeah,
also
so
John and
I'm
Alex
guessing-
said they were all sticking together. So I've just assumed that you're all
Okay.
sticking together.
we went weird. We didn't just leave folks to it. And we're all in the same part of the facility at the moment anyway.
Yeah.
I think,
Yeah.
from my memory of the map.
So you've got Philip pushing the button. You've got Pack applying a crowbar to the crease where the door is. It's quite a difficult door to prise, Pack. You put all your effort into
I'm just
it.
gonna
It doesn't seem to budge.
The button do anything, Philip?
Philip,
No, if I keep pushing it, it tends to go quicker.
So
there is
What?
a... That,
Right,
so-
rather
sorry,
than just-
hang on,
rather
John.
just-
Hang on, John. 2 seconds, mate. Sorry.
Yeah.
Philip, as you push the button, you feel your biosignature red, as if you're in a somewhere that takes biosignatures to get through. It just goes red, and you hear biosignature not recognised. But there is a light little boom on the button. Sorry, John. You can
I'll
speak.
try mine.
So where are we going?
Ignore him. I try my thumb on the button.
As far as I see it, Sean, like, if we've come here and there's obviously something we're missing. If we go back either away from Crown, we should have everything we can get to put us on the best foot. And if we go back to them, they're not going to appreciate us doing half a job. There must be some way of getting this other thing out of these floating tube things. There must be a reason behind all this. Jars of people and kids and these bodies everywhere. There's something not right.
So we have some information. There's whatever's on that USB drive, which appears like medical information, which appears whatever that is. There is a couple of files we've taken from the office downstairs. We've not managed to successfully hack the computer systems in here, or we found no data on the computer systems that would relate to it. We've obviously found some information. We found 4 people that look like someone we used to hang around with. And they're still in a room down there around the corner.
If we
We
leave,
found-
if we leave this place, it's not going to be another chance for us to know when we're going to be taking Crown at face value. I don't trust
that's kind
them.
of my point is
Do you
whilst-
trust Crown?
no, but my point is if we leave here, we're not coming back here. Are we comfortable that we have got everything we possibly think we can find out from here?
No, that's why we're going to look upstairs.
Right.
As you push,
Well, so
go on.
This
Gotcha.
lift leads up somewhere. We don't know where, but
right,
it goes
okay.
up.
John, if
Okay.
I understand at the moment, you're in a bit of 2 minds about wanting to potentially walk into another shitstorm, considering you've got that old gesture at the child in his arms. like, would you feel better getting out of here now, you personally, with Kane, or whatever his name is? There are vehicles out there. You can head back, you can see his dad, and the four of us can have a look-see upstairs and catch you back at the Habs.
If Crown pick him up.
Well, unless one of you takes me, I'm not going anywhere until Mason regains consciousness. I all I'm saying is, I just want to understand what we're trying to do, as opposed to just
we're trying to get the job done.
Pack, as you push the elevator button, it's very similar to when you tried the chip. Biosignature recognized. Welcome, Ruby. You have no access to enter the top floor. Please seek permission from medic.
So the medic's room, did that have a computer in it?
It had a no, it was all pen and pencil and paper.
It was all pen and pencil. Right. Okay, right.
How about security
Big boy
room?
time. Let's get some crowbars.
Or check the security room, see if they've got admin access through somewhere or something.
What about the bodies that we found in the halls of the people wearing white coats?
The bodies in the halls?
Yeah, there was other bodies. The guards were in the room, but there were other bodies we found on the way in here that Mason had clearly eradicated all the nanites from and ripped out of them.
I'll go and grab one.
They were ones wearing white coats and the like.
I'll grab one and
Check if one says medic.
drag it to the elevator door.
Have you checked, is it called medic?
You look at the name badge, it's blank.
Okay.
You try.
I'll just bodily dump it in front of Pack on the floor.
Are you putting the thumb to it, or are you?
I'll do it.
Biosignature not recognized.
And there is one challenge, of course, which is that their biosignature would also be dependent on the presence of the nanites, which are no longer active, but it was worth a try.
I mean, I feel better knowing what was going on here, so we go back better equipped. I think at the moment we're going to go back half blind into a circumstance we don't really get, and that puts us in a shit state either way.
Are there any vents?
Is there if there's a biosignature lock holding back this lift, that means that there's some kind of computer system controlling and managing that biosignature lock.
You are also all aware that there are separate power sources running throughout this facility. You already all found that out before.
So we should be able to circumvent this panel, this system, if we can hack it effectively.
I'll look at
other vents.
3X or.
I don't think that went too well last time, Jean. This place seems pretty, I don't know, not like places we've broke into before.
Other vents.
Not that you can see, but you are obviously of an intelligence to know that there must be some sort of air ventilation system. 1, you're on Mars. 2, you're in a mountain.
Okay, I'm gonna look around for some vents.
Give me a perception check.
I love a perception. 23.
Cool. You see on the ceilings there are what you assume to be vent shafts, but you don't see anywhere you could get to them.
How high is the ceiling?
How high are they?
About 45 feet above you.
Oh.
I'll look at Larry.
Can
and
you
then
throw
I'll
me
point
that
at
far?
the elevator. And then I'll point at the elevator and just go, Larry, smash, and I'll hand him my crowbar.
I'll take my crowbar and jam it and
give it a
do Larry things.
My crowbar. I do have a grappling hook.
Okay.
Philip, give us an hand with this one. This is a big door. Get the other side and pull, and I'll push.
Okay.
Well,
none of you are particularly physically present, let's be honest.
You dexterous builds you. Give me a strength check with advantage because you've got not that hacker bench boy. And you do have a t-shirt that says strong.
I'm pretty.
Yeah, but I disagree with your statement.
2. Strength or athletics?
You get a 2.
Strength check, just straight strength check.
22.
Cool. As you and Philip are prizing on the crowbar, you sort of slip and it scratches across the metal. Does not leave a mark on the metal.
Hell of a door. Jesus.
This is a locked, like technology
glass
locked door.
thing.
Yeah.
Was there a maintenance utility?
Give me an
room
engineering roll as you're inspecting the lift area with Larry to help take purchase of the crowbar.
Is there anything I could like grapple to?
You've got a load of rerolls.
We got like 3. Is there like a pipe or anything I could grapple to? Like on the ceiling?
Is your class Batgirl?
Yes.
Technically,
That
the closest
woman.
thing.
That woman.
Okay, sorry. What's with the hair? Does that just make you old?
Batgirl is a far more
That
effective
woman has-
superhero than Batwoman.
Batwoman has red hair. That's what I'm referring to.
If it ain't Bane, I'm not interested. So
Fair enough.
It would have been a 4, but with the reroll, I got 8 instead.
Sorry, but there's a lot of people out there that won't forgive me if I don't say that Batman's all about dick.
wow, that was.
Lower the tone. You just lowered the tone.
Accurate.
I'm not sure it was lowered.
I'm not the one that
I'm not
lowered
sure it
the
was
tone.
lowered.
I was talking about Grayson. What's on your minds?
Grayson.
Dave, we do have 2 more rerolls.
I'm
Do
not
another reroll.
Use them on your
No, don't spam rerolls.
It's a locked door.
On a failed locked check.
Okay.
It's
Yep.
an engineering check, not a lock check.
I
Okay.
checked.
Is it?
You reckon you could probably, with a decent attempt, launch your grapple hook and 50 foot of hemp rope to a pipe of sorts. Whether it'd latch or not, because it's close to the ceiling, you don't know. And whether you'd then be able to ninja across to a vent, to then enter the ventilation system of a, prevent the planet from killing you ventilation system. You're unsure.
Yeah. I've got carbon fiber rope, so it's worth a try. So I'm
Yeah.
gonna do that.
Whilst,
I'm gonna nudge Philip and go, "This will be good."
whilst Yane's doing
Acrobatics, yeah.
No dex.
Dex.
Are you doing a backflip with this grapple?
That's
Well,
fine.
Straight
Okay.
dex check. Not proficiency, just a straight d20 plus your dex.
If you nat 20 this, I'm out.
I did.
Cool.
24 in total.
You
I
managed,
only-
you managed to launch your... Bye-bye. And back. You managed to launch your carbon rope with your grapple hook. It nicely hooks round, you pull on it, you lean on it. It is taut enough for you to climb up and be at the ceiling area.
Oh, sorry, I thought it was going to be more.
You
Okay, so I'm up
you
on the
achieved
ceiling.
what you wanted.
Yeah. Is there a vent near me, or do I have to swing to one?
You would have to sort of half reach from the piping area that you're on across to it in an acrobatic sort of way.
Well, while she's doing that, I'll just turn around to 413 Alex and Philip and just say, just like quietly, just out of curiosity, if she's sort of, lost the grip and fell, where do we stand on catching her?
I'm the one with all the shit.
You're not there. You're up. You're 45 feet away.
No, I know.
This unit doesn't believe that you'd be able to catch anything, as currently your hands are encased in nanoids. So it'll be down to this unit, Larry, and the unit known as F1L1P to be able to capture. I hope this answers your query.
I
with,
love you.
After-
I love you,
after-
Alex.
after hearing what Jean said, I'm just going to walk off down the corridor to try and find a room which may or may not have a ladder in it. If there's like a
45-foot ladder.
I'm gonna watch how this pans out.
This unit needs to re-amend its sentence. This unit and the unit known as Larry will be the only ones attempting to catch them, as the unit known as F1L1P has decided to wander off.
For the record, I ain't catching shit.
They'd like to reiterate.
This unit would like to reiterate its sentence that it will be the only unit attempting to catch the unit known as Yun.
Oh god. So funny screaming with
So,
Alex.
Pack, as you scoot up your rope and sort of secure yourself against the pipe, you can see the vent grill about 6 feet from you, maybe. So you reckon you could position yourself foot on pipe, foot on somewhere where the wall is more natural and made out to give yourself a bit of a grip, and you'd be able to reach the gridded vent.
Okay. Just gonna slightly tie the rope off around my waist while I do that. Just to give
Okay.
myself a little bit of security.
I mean,
And then I'm going to.
so you can reach. So give me
Yeah,
a
so I'll
acrobatics check with advantage because you've tied yourself off.
19.
Cool. You manage to secure yourself. You almost slip, but you feel the rope tight enough that you're pretty comfortable that if you were to fall, you'd probably swing about 6 feet, but you should be all right. And you reach, and there is a grilled vent above you that probably not Larry, but the rest of you could fit through if the grill was removed.
Okay. Is the vent screwed in, or can I just kind of
It is screwed in.
twat it open? Cool.
There was a fair amount of money spent on ventilation. Twat
Yeah.
it in was on the box, on the tick list of not to have.
No, you know, someone just like kind of shove in.
The same Die Hard buff, right? You know what I mean? It's fucking. Give me a perception check.
Okay, I'm gonna. That's 25.
Cool. You can definitely hear as if there are multiple fans throughout the ventilation system.
I'm gonna take my crowbar and try and just kind of like force it open.
Cool. Give me a strength check at disadvantage as you are trying to do this in midair, tied off to a rope, using your right knee to pin yourself to the ceiling.
17.
Cool. You managed to bend it half off. You could probably just give it another whack and it'd pop off.
Okay, I'll give it another whack.
Cool. You just pop it off.
Okay, cool. Does it fall to the floor, or does it just swing open?
It's just swinging open.
Okay, cool.
Unless you really want it to fall
Right.
to the floor and just keep hitting it.
Who's just underneath it?
Nobody.
Oh,
Because
shucks.
none of them are going to catch you. Alex might.
Oh, not to catch me. Not to catch me. Maybe for the vent to land on. Yeah, so I grabbed the
It's
edge and
not-
tried to have a look in.
So it's a vertical chute above you. So you'd have to
Yeah.
back and knee across before you actually get to a lip of having a look. So it'd have to be more acrobatics to get up there.
Cool, so I just slightly loosen my rope so it stays on me, but it can kind of extend as I go up. So I use like a slip knot.
So you bring it more up so you got a bit more slack.
Yeah.
Yep.
So as I go up, if I slip, I got
You
it.
still
And
fall,
then I try and
but,
shimmy
but,
up
yeah,
the vent.
but less. Okay.
Yeah, I'm cool.
So
Yeah.
try and shimmy up the vent. Give me an acrobatics check.
That is 18.
So you managed to get yourself in there, and you are now again. Larry probably won't fit in here, at least not very comfortable. But it is shimmy enough that you can sort of use your back and knees and elbows to just crawl up. You crawl up about 10 feet, straight up, until you get to a lip. As you look over the lip, there is a rush of air, and you can't tell if it's coming at you or going away from you, but you just feel air in your face. And then you have a quick look, and there is like a multitude of crossroads of vents in front of you. You can see them all. You can just see the little shadows where they go left and right, left and right, left and right. And then there's a.
Can I determine which one's?
going up.
Can I determine which one kind of goes towards the?
Towards the elevator would be on your right.
Lift.
It'd be on
Okay,
your
I'm
right.
gonna try and go down that one.
Cool. So you're half speed while
Yep.
you're crawling in there, and can I have a Constitution save? So the air that as you fully climb into the vent does not determine whether you're going forwards or backwards. So on a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah. Oh, a fortitude.
Fortitude. Sorry. Yeah. It's been a while.
Yeah. 19.
Cool. You are able to crawl through the air that is, again, you can't tell whether it's pushing or pulling, but you're just slowly, like on your elbows, pushing your way through. You get to the first right-hand vent. It does indeed lead off to the right, and then you can see the slight gaps in the, I said, like the roof, the ceiling of it, where the chutes are obviously going up, and you can imagine there's quite a lot of it going on around here. And that is the general direction of the lift.
Okay, I'm gonna try and keep going towards the lift.
Cool. As you keep going towards the lift, it turns right again.
Mhm.
And then you turn right. Give me an intelligence check.
That is 12.
12.
Mhm.
It should be around here, you think. That you are either right on top of or right next to the shaft of the lift. You think.
'Cause there should be an exit
What are you
into the
doing?
lift shaft.
Says who?
Like, my logic says
Okay.
that there should be one.
So it says Die Hard.
Yeah.
Your shoes disappear. It's fucking glass everywhere. So while
I've got a gun strapped to my back.
while Pack, she's got a machine gun now, motherfuckers. Ho ho ho. While Pack is scooting around the vents, what are you four doing?
I'm looking for a ladder
Give me an
or a
investigation
utility
check.
maintenance
Yeah.
room. Six.
I'm gonna do my
No.
best to.
I walk into the same room 5 times.
Pass the ladder.
Uh,
What are you doing,
Put
John?
this ladder in the way.
Move the
Yeah.
ladder out of the way.
What are you doing, G?
Find a ladder behind this ladder.
I'm gonna do my best to assess Mason's condition.
Give me a medicine check. We've got medicine on here, just checking. Yeah, we've got a medicine check. For those watching, I do a lot of other RPGs that all have similar but different.
Well, thank God for my additions. 12.
12. So you are aware of a couple of things. One, he is stable. Two, he's no longer unconscious. He hasn't made any noise, but he is awake, it would seem.
Okay. Rather than say anything, I will.
Oh, it's
I
been a
will try and-
secret, G.
I will try and think to Mason
Think with a th. Okay.
with a th. Mason, how are you?
You hear a soft groan, as if a Mason's coming round. Uncle Jean.
You're safe. I'll say this out loud, but also like be thinking it in my mind.
Where else would
You're
you think?
safe at the moment. Yeah, fair. You're safe. But like not just like saying the words. But
I
like
know.
trying to-
Yeah.
yeah,
You're
yeah,
trying to telepathically communicate
Yeah.
with your mind.
Knows what I mean. Bullets. I'll say you're safe for the moment. We need to try and find out more information before we leave.
Not safe yet, Uncle.
But
Do I see or do I notice that Mason's awake or moving?
You have no idea of Mason's condition, but you do obviously hear Jean speaking out loud.
can you control your nanites, Mason?
Yes.
They're stopping you being able to help our friends.
Just sorry, just 2 seconds, Uncle. And you get that lethargic feel from him. Fucking camera. And then maybe 5 seconds later, it's not instant, but you see him slowly receding as do, except Philip, but Larry and Alex, you see the nanites that have encased both Mason and most of Jean's arms recede. Moments later, Jean, you're just holding Mason in your arms. No nanites are encasing him, you, etc.
Is he? I've kind of been assuming that I've been sort of half carrying him, half dragging him.
No, you've been full carrying him.
The full carrying him,
Yeah,
right?
like in arms. Yeah. But you don't feel the fatigue you'd expect.
I'll kind of glance around at 413X and Larry, but then look down pointedly at Mason. Do you think you're able to stand?
Yeah. And he gets up and sort of dusts himself off really slowly. Where are we? We're upstairs. I'm so sorry, Uncle.
We're trying to. It's okay, Mason.
They wouldn't let me in. I had to make them let me in.
Who?
And he looks back to the entrance that you all took in that direction. Obviously, you're in the room. But he's looking in that direction, and he looks over towards the door where the packed room was full of bodies. He's unaware that it's now all over the place, no?
Yeah. It's okay, Mason. They didn't have a right to keep you here. They didn't have a right to stop you.
You need to tell us what happened, little young one.
Not right now, he doesn't.
Might not be a time later on, as far as we know. We're about to go gallivanting around. Anything you can tell us could be useful.
Wait.
I get it's not ideal, but...
Mason walks up to you, Larry, and just stands in front of you, staring up. You're considerably taller than him. It wasn't your fault. You couldn't have saved her. And he takes your hand.
I let him.
It wasn't your fault. He just says it a couple more times.
Look, I don't know what you think you know about us or what connection you have with any of us, but we need to know what's going on. We need to know what's going on here, lad. What happened?
They wouldn't let me in. And I told them I had to come back in, and they said no. And I got
You were
angry.
outside of this. You were what, outside of this facility, and
I used to
outside,
play.
and
I used to play outside. And when I wanted to come back
They
in,
wouldn't
they
let-
used to let me, and then they said no, and I got angry. And then
how long ago was that?
not today. Yesterday, I don't know. It's been
Is there any?
I've been asleep a long time.
Do you know about the? Do you know about anything about the place? You know what's upstairs?
That's where Medic goes.
Who's Medic, Mason?
There's quite a mix of emotions in his eyes when he looks back at Eugene, like anger, contempt, even love. Do you know what I mean? There's a confusion. This is his house. Like he lives
Is he
here.
here?
I try to find him, but I can't go upstairs. I can't even think upstairs.
Do you know anything about the those people in the tanks?
In the
big
tanks.
people?
Oh, Chase, he's really nice. Well, they're all really nice, or they were, or they are. I can't hear them anymore.
Could hear them previously.
Yeah, but the big one, he left. They sent him away. But he was
Yeah.
nice. He was strong. He was like you, Larry.
Yeah,
we
I think.
knew Chase.
Yeah, he was a friend of ours. We didn't know he came from here though.
He was here for a little while.
Why can't you go upstairs, Mason? Who said you can't go upstairs?
Well, medic said I wasn't allowed up there, but when I tried it, it hurt. Like I can't think upstairs.
We want to go. We want to try and go upstairs and talk to medic and try and find out why they wouldn't let you in and find out what's going on here. Do you know how they normally go up this lift, or do you know if there's any way we can get upstairs?
Medic just pushes the button, but it's his lift. It doesn't like anybody else, and I can't think into the. I can sometimes get where I want to think, but I can't think in there or upstairs.
There's something stopping you.
He just, yeah.
Question to DM.
Yep.
What was the effects?
Cybermaster.
What was the effects when Jean injected himself with euphoria?
He went into full Demio statement. Like he was ragey. He took mechanically.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he took all the damage resistances. He survived, not dying. He was able to pick other damage types to be resistant to.
Did it make him stronger?
It made him stronger in a chase sort of way. So it did enhance his strength, but not in a Hulk-like state.
A defensive strength rather than a open a door strength.
yeah. I mean, it'd hurt more if he hit you, but you know, you'd still probably outdo him in strength.
Mason, you seem to have control over your nanites, or you have powers and things. Are you aware that you have these?
Well, I know. My nanites are they talk to me, so we're good friends. But I wouldn't say they're powers. I'm not a superhero. I'd like to be, but I don't think superheroes. I don't think they're a thing anymore. Maybe a long time ago.
We've seen things seen nanites do amazing things. They've made people, faster and made people harder to hit.
They're really good. They're really, really good.
Sorry, he's a boy.
Is there any way you can make any of us stronger or get this door open? I know you can't push the button, but if this door opens, we can go see medic and find out what's going on.
It's not your door. I don't think it'll let you in, and I can't think if medic is in there.
Why do you think it's not safe here, Mason?
Because of the shiny stones.
The ones in the caverns downstairs.
Yeah, not the orange ones, but the red one is angry.
The red stone is angry.
Yeah, he didn't like that they took his sister away.
Was his sister the blue one?
Yeah, she's really nice, but they used to show her how to talk to people because she didn't know how to speak. And then she got really, really good, and she when she talks to you, it makes you feel warm inside, and she's really good at storytelling, and she's really nice to be around. But her brother's really, really, really angry.
What are these? You've spoken to them. Are they people? Is it just these stones a way of talking to them, or
the shiny stones? They're like 413X. And the one that's climbing in the ceiling, but they're like it's not nice, but like 413X is really old. The shiny stones are really, really young. They're like big. I was older than them.
They were.
Where were the stones found, Mason? Do you know?
I don't. I just sometimes they were brought into my room, and sometimes I used to help with their talking and stuff because I can talk to my nanites.
I understand.
Look,
Do you
Sean, this is a feeling that this is going to be beyond, you know, there's going to be no easy answer to this. We need to get this door open one way or another. Do you...
Yeah. I don't think Mason's going to be able to significantly help us do that, given what he's just said.
Mason, do you know where the power? Do you have a way of sort of seeing the
power,
building?
It's the power's old. Like I can't talk to it. It's really old. It's really big. It's really big, but it's old.
The power to the elevator, is that connected somewhere? Is that in the generator downstairs? Is it all linked together?
Maybe. I didn't make it. I can't think it.
The power. That's why you can't think anything that's not connected.
Is this
You
why
can't think old tech. This is old tech.
Is this anything that's not nanite? I mean, this is half the reason I didn't get those stupid implants that you guys have got. Like, been saying for years that the technology's taken over. It's moving too quick. Is this why do you thought? What, like, they put him in a lot, or they put him somewhere surrounded by things he can't control?
Sorry, I'm laughing at Dave's messages in the chat. Fucking hell.
Such a prick.
It's on comms. You can't hear it.
It's just a montage of them two looking through comments in the background while we're in the chat.
Up in the vents.
I'm guessing they keep tech away from him because he can speak to the nanites, right? Like that makes sense. But what do you think of the idea of me going downstairs and killing the power? Do you think we can get the door open?
Might work. If this is old tech and that's what's stopping Mason being able to affect it, then it makes sense that it's running off that generator downstairs than anything else. I've not seen any other signs of old style power generating units here.
It's not running.
That doesn't mean it's the only one.
It's not running on old tech. It means it's not going to be sophisticated. It's just going to be good old fashioned, you know.
Mechanical.
And that can break. I'm worried about, you know, we've done in the Badlands and stuff. We had shelters and things, but you need the power as your lifeblood. If the what we had in the ship when you crashed it, those energy cells they used to keep.
If we turn the power off and that's what's keeping life support going, it's going to get cold in here real quick.
I mean, I'm fine with the cold. It's the air I'm worried about.
Yeah. Oh, it's freezing. I'm dead, but I'm all right.
I mean, that's the real. I think
you underestimate the level of cold. But yes, I get your point.
I mean, nights you spent out in the Badlands.
Yeah, but the temperature will hit us before the atmosphere thins sufficiently for that to be a problem. You'll die from cold before you die from suffocation. The temperatures on the surface of Mars drop.
I'll look up and shout up, Pack! How long have you been on Mars?
You can hear him. I can't hear you.
You're on mute. You're on mute. You're on mute. You're on mute.
Sorry. Yeah, I got it. I didn't think I could hear him because I'm in a fucking vent and the air is rushing past me.
You can hear your name and you can hear Larry shouting. What he's shouting is unclear.
On the comms, guys, is Larry shouting for me?
You can hear him.
This unit can confirm that the unit known as Larry is shouting at you, yes.
Look, Jean, ask her if she's been on Mars long enough to know if we kill the power to this place, how long before it gets dicey. She knows these places. She's been around the planet side for a bit.
The unit known as Larry's request is, do you know how long we would survive if you were to disable the air conditioning and the ability to keep warm?
Why do all my ideas sound bad when Alex is in them?
Everything sounds bad when Alex is in them.
It's like, well, that just sounds really bad now.
This unit would like to know shit.
Aid, I would know, right?
Yeah, give me an intelligence roll.
Cool. Why do I have to keep looking for it? Unholy.
Word for word, what Jean said, you pretty much repeat. So what Jean said.
But please don't do it.
The unit known as PAC has calculated that it would be a tremendously poor choice of actions to remove the air conditioning and to freeze the ever-living, I cannot use the expletive word, to
Alex
you.
went off script. Man's a character development. Okay, there. Okay, there.
Using the old big word.
Any you engineers?
I repeat, do not cut off the powers.
What about rerouting it away from the lift?
If this is just an old power tech, then we should be able to locally bypass this.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, like one of you must have. I grew up fixing cars and bikes. Like engines are no problem, but power lines is a bit more. What about you? One of you must have. I mean,
right, AD, where the fingerprint sensor, where the button is,
Yep.
that was obviously a fingerprint sensor. Like, is there like a panel that you could jimmy open there?
There is sufficient space to get behind the button if you wished.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and do that and have a bit of a look see.
Give me
see
you have
what
a screwdriver in it. Open the vents.
give me a dex check as you try to prise open the button live.
The straight deck check.
Yeah.
Just blasting across the room.
So, Alex, who's catching John when he gets propelled across it?
Guys, how many rerolls you got left? Because I feel like it's a really good time for one of those.
2, I think.
None for you.
You got
None for
it.
Jean.
If you want to use it, use it. You don't need to ask. Just if you think it's good, use it.
Massive improvement. My second roll was an 18. What was it, Dex?
Yeah, just dex, mate.
21.
Not bad.
21.
Yeah, you easily, with your
Way better than the
surgical tools. Yeah, it is significantly higher than one. Using your surgery tools, you managed to. I think you've got a hacking kit, haven't you?
I do have a hacking kit, yeah. So I mean, basically, that's what I'm looking for, right? I'm
Using the
looking for
tools
something
on
I can
you.
plug into.
Yeah, using the tools on you, you are able to get behind just enough to put a gap between the button and its foundation, and you see.
Where am I in the vents now?
You believe
Have I
you are not far from the thingy on the 12.
from the lift shaft.
Yep.
Yeah.
So Pac
Can I get there?
believes you're pretty close to the lift shaft.
So can I keep going to get to the
You
lift
can
shaft?
keep going in the direction you think it is, leaning off to the right. You
Yeah.
get to a panel in front of you, a gridded panel.
Yeah.
You look out to it, and there is indeed a long shaft with cables going up.
Cool. Can I kick open the vent?
Give me a strength check.
Why am I looking at 0? 18 though.
Boom!
18.
You boot off. You boot off the vent panel.
Mhm.
You look down. There is nothing. It is the bottom of an elevator shaft. No lift, no nothing. But there is a cable attached to the finger, and then very, 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 very high upwards that you can't see. It's that high. Granted, Olympus Mon is 5 times the size of Everest, and you went in the bottom of it. So this
Can I
lift
see-
shaft that you're looking at goes really,
Yeah.
really high, but you don't see an actual lift in that shaft. But you do see all the
How-
cabling.
How down does it go?
From where you are, probably about 40 feet, maybe 50 because of the dip in the floor that where the lift would sit.
Because it's usually a gap underneath the lift.
So that's why
so
you're
the lift wouldn't sit on the bottom.
So you're about 40, 45 feet from the floor, but from the bottom of the shaft about 50 because of that gap.
Cool. Right. So if the lift does come out, there is a bit for me to hide. Brilliant.
You reckon you could lay down?
I won't get
It's not
squished.
one of them lifts that have things under it.
Yeah. Okay. I come over to the boys. Like, hey guys, found the lift shaft. There's no lift behind the door at the moment. I'm gonna go down and see if I can either jimmy open or hack from this side to get it open.
How are you?
Well, I'm
How are
trying to
you?
hack.
Yeah. Okay. You're trying to hack. Carry on. Sorry.
I said I'm trying to hack the panel from this side.
Are you that kind of hacker?
I can hack it.
Sure.
Okay. How are you getting down?
try.
Okay,
how are you climbing down the 50-foot
I'll wait.
elevator?
I'll wait
shaft?
here.
Pac, how are you climbing down?
I'm just gonna wait.
Okay.
I'm not gonna climb down just yet because if he's trying to hack it, I'm just gonna wait until he's finished that.
John, you plug in to the fibre cabling behind the button. You just feel a small hand on your forearm. Be careful, Uncle Gene. I can't think to help you. if I can't.
It's okay, Mason. I'll be alright.
He just stands next to you. Boom! Okay, give me a hacking roll then. As you try and hack.
So that is 18.
18?
19. 19, sorry.
As you look down at your hacking pad, your equipment plugged in, you see the little data start popping up on the screen. Where's that gone? And you get like a graphic appear, and it is like 3 bars, and they're green lit, and one of the bars glows red and goes zzz, and disappears, like shrinks, and you see 2 more green bars, and you are aware that the first wall of security you have hacked through, but there appears to be 2 more.
Cool. I'll announce that I believe I've been successful partially breaking down the security. So it looks like it can be hacked. Given that I've only just got through the first level of security, I could probably use a little help on this.
Looks at Larry.
I got cat 5.
The hacker walks in with a
I'm
mop
definitely
and a
not that
cat
kind of
five.
hacker. That's like half my job in real life.
Does anyone help him?
I'm gonna come back from not finding a ladder but 15 mops.
If you put
So
them all
just
together,
Kobe
then you
on
make up.
shoulder. I'm not going to, but yeah, I could.
Try to help you, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I'll just look over his shoulder and just be like, I could try and give you a hand if you trust me enough.
I mean, this is old tech, Philip. I reckon this is this the sort of thing you are good at hacking security systems?
Yeah, well, England is old school, so we probably like it older.
Hi, Philip.
413X takes a step away.
As does Larry.
Are we going for this? Do I get an advantage?
I don't want to give it because it's Philip, but yeah.
You get a vantage, whether it's an advantage or a disadvantage.
Let's roll 2 dice. Let's see what happens.
24 versus a 20.
Nice. There's a brief moment where it hums red, the second bar, and then you see it.
Oh, well.
I'll start massaging his shoulders. Like, you got this.
It's 2 strikes.
Uncle Gene,
Yes, Mason.
the last one is scary. I can hear it. Don't die.
I'll stop touching him.
I'll take another step back.
Can I prep my nanites such that if there's a massive jolt of death to me, they will activate?
If
No.
Jean believes
Like,
you can
stamp
prep
on
his
your chest.
With advantage.
413X is just going to slide.
Baby, wish me luck. Do I still get advantage?
413X is just going to slide out a nano casing and then hold his hand to the side.
The first roll is not bad.
It's a 2.
I'll be the judge of that.
The first roll was better than the second roll. 21.
21. You do have a reroll if you wish to use it.
What do we think, guys? It's right at the end of the evening. We've got 1 reroll left. Do I pop it to try and get more than a 15 on the dice?
Why not?
You're muted, long.
2 rolls.
You only live twice.
Yeah,
I mean,
go
once.
for it. Go for it.
Okay. So I presume I get the
Yeah,
advantage
both.
roll
Yeah,
twice.
straight. It's the roll again. So yeah.
That did 15. But only by 1. So it's 22 now.
Cool. So if it makes you feel better, the DC is 22. which is why I asked if you wanted to use the reroll, because I was like,
Oh my god.
wow. So, well played. So, the third bar drops, and you see the light fade from the thumbprint, and you just hear a as if a magnetic lock of some sort has been turned off. But the doors do not open. You just hear that.
I'll point at the doors again and just look at Larry and be like, Larry, smash.
I'll press the button.
I finished second at the class, damn it. Crowbar in.
As you're pushing the button, Larry, give me a strength check.
24.
Simultaneously, you push the button, Larry prizes the doors open. Pack, you don't see any doors open. Oh, yeah.
Interesting.
How did you guys?
She stood at the coffee shop next door waiting for it, sort of thing.
Hey guys, did it work? Because I'm not seeing any doors open.
Is there a lift there?
As you open
lady?
the doors, there is indeed a lift there, and it is one of those old, you know, the cage door. I mean, you'll know Rob Bravo doors. Yeah, the freight, the concertina, is it? The concertina door that you pull across. It's a very, very ancient old freight elevator.
Like Bravo 1.
That's literally what I said 30 seconds ago. Rob, you'll know what it is. It's like Bravo 1. Thanks for listening.
I'll get on the comms and just be like, yeah, we got the door open. There's a lift here. We're about to get in.
Cool. So I found another lift shaft.
With no lift in it.
Are you above us or below us?
Well, I can see the bottom.
I don't hear that.
Yeah, you can't hear shit.
Pat believes she's around the lift shaft that you lot are at. But who knows what you get on a 12.
Yeah. So I can see the bottom of the shaft and there's no lift there. So I'm guessing I found another lift shaft.
Makes sense.
Okay.
Right. So stay put. I'll come back to you guys.
We'll wait
So
for you.
I go back and shimmy down my rope.
Give me an intelligence check.
We never see her again.
21.
You turn around and the shaft layout has changed.
It's
Guys. So I still have my rope attached to me. How far did I go? Is it more than 50 foot?
If you have your rope attached to you, you never made it to that panel.
No, but my rope was kept loosening. So did it come to the end of it?
Yeah, way before you got to the lift shaft. So you'd have had to untie
Okay,
that
cool.
rope.
Yeah, that's fine. So I just wanted to check if I could just follow it back.
If you kept it attached to you, you never made it to that shaft. If you made it to the shaft, then you had to have untied it. So what have you done?
Okay, I untied it then.
Okay.
I untied it. Yeah. Right, guys. So the shafts have now, the ventilation kind of tubes, have seemed to have rearranged themselves.
Just Pack radios into you guys and lets you know that climbing the thing was a shit idea.
I don't feel like that was anything we did.
No, I'm not accusing you of anything. I'm just telling you.
Bit first.
Okay. Can you get back to us?
Can I see any down ones on the?
Yeah, there are some that go
downward
down
ones?
and to the left, to the right. Again, they're going up.
Cool. So I'm gonna find a down one, kind of shimmy, and then kick that out and have a look out down.
As you go down, you see the grid. Give me a strength check. You don't see any of your lot beneath. You just see a stone floor.
17. Stone floor.
Stone floor. It does not budge when you boot it. It hits hard, stiff bang. Like you feel it in your knee. If you had feelings.
Alright, so okay, I'm in one of the down kind of vents, and I could see a stone floor now. How far down does it stone?
Does it look like natural Martian stone, or is it something else?
It looks like granite, like a car park granite, and it'd be about 40 feet at a guess. You are looking through a grid. You're just going on the fact that it took you 40 feet climb to get in, maybe. I mean, if the ceiling's lower or not, but you are in a shaft looking through a grid. But what I will say is it's after 11, and I know what you lot have to do. So, we're going to end the session there. You lot have an elevator in front of you that leads up. Pack is in the ventilation system of Mount of Olympus Mon. The bigger than Everest 5 times ventilation system.
Somewhere in there is Pack.
So we'll see where that leads to in 2 weeks. So I do have to point out that we are running Carbon 2185 every 2 weeks. Oh, it's frozen on my screen. Is it frozen on other people's screens? Just need to see.
You were juttering a bit, but you're working fine now.
Okay.
Yeah, you should be back now.
Yeah, cool. Okay. Just let me know because it's frozen on my screen, that's all. Yeah, so we'll be back in 2 weeks where we'll continue to see if this lot go up the lift and if Pack makes it out of the ventilation system in one piece. Thank you very much for tuning in. I know we were up at about 20 at one point, so thank you very much for watching, whether you're watching it on Twitch, on the VOD, or you're watching it on YouTube. Follow us. Again, 2 weeks. 2 weeks' time, we'll be back here. We're sponsored by Dragon Turtle Games. Go check them out. Their website's amazing. They've done loads and loads and loads of new stuff with their Kickstarter. They've got loads and loads of more stuff coming out. If you want 10% off, just go to the site, put in the code WAITE, WAITE, and you'll get 10% off your order. So do that. Other than that, we use Roll20. We've got frag maps, we've got Loki battle maps, and we've got Coyote Grey. Go check them out on Roll20, Facebook, Twitter, etc. You get some cool chibi tokens, cool maps. It's all gravy, kids. It's all gravy. So, thank you very much, players. I know it's been a very long time, and I do apologise, but we should be back at it now, and we'll see if you lot can get off Mars quicker than you got to Mars. So, I hope you all had fun. Did you have fun?
Nothing to do with me. Nothing to do with me.
Depends how many more people go up the shafts.
I'm stuck in a ventilation shaft. I'm shafted.
Could say you're shafted. Hey.
I already got there.
Shafted in the buns. Anyway, so we are going now. Thank you very much for tuning in, and thank you very much, players. It's great to be back at it, and we'll see you all soon. So say goodbye, players.
Goodbye,
Bye, players.
Goodbye. Have a beautiful time.
Bye.